Hello, friends. Good night. Good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to Strangers in the Night, your source for late night or early morning VR gaming talk. I, of course, am your host, Wes. With me, as always, is my good friend Roots. Roots, should we change the name of the show, bro? Like, it's Strangers in the Night, but literally, I think there's more people watching this in the morning than is actually watching it at night.
I might be the only one that's participating in the night part of it because it's 11 p.m. for me. It's still night, but how many people? Well, there's West Coasters too. But I'll tell you what, with the way that it seems like we have this tendency to edge the starting time and just kind of push it back a little bit, and not by our choice. There's always something weird happening, but yeah, it is becoming early morning in the night.
Well,
Strangers.
it's weird, man, with this we keep trying to get on earlier than 1 a.m., right? Eastern time. This is when we always go on live. And I keep setting it earlier with full intent. All right, we're gonna get on a little earlier so maybe a few more people in the States can watch it. But it never works out, man. There's always something that has to be worked out. And today I'm cracking the seal on a freshie. Roots, I got a freshie.
Freshie. What's
I got a freshie. Yeah,
hold it. Oh, what is it? What's a freshie? I'm excited. I'm kind of
freshie.
curious now.
Uh,
I probably
Let me
know.
check.
It's probably like,
You do know.
oh yeah, the
There's my
freshie.
replacement.
No, I can't.
You can't see it. Damn
Yeah,
it.
that's stupid thing, man. I see it. You just keep moving it around. You can see it a little bit. It's an H2 G2. Nice. Is this the second
Yeah, I got a
version?
new G2.
The
I
new.
don't know, man. I think it's supposed to be, but it looks almost identical. The
Hmm.
the the facial interface is a little bit different. The cable is definitely the newer one. It's a different cable.
Okay.
But the camera placement looks exactly the same on it. So I don't know, man. Maybe it has different lenses in it. Maybe that's how the tracking is supposed to be different. But I mean, looking at it, it looks really
Well,
close.
how about playing it? Did it seem like the tracking was better, or could you tell?
We're gonna do
Oh,
that
this is
together tonight.
you're
I haven't
breaking
played
it
it
in.
yet.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, you're gonna find out in real time. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I just broke the seal on it like an hour ago. Got it all set up. Everything went pretty well there. It's working. It's better than my other one. Uh, but I made a mistake, Roots. I thought that I had the Half-Life Alyx Levitation installed because I subscribed to it like the day that it launched, and it started downloading as soon as I did it. So I thought it was done. But I got in here to run the test before I connected with you, and it wouldn't let me start any of it. And come to find out, none of it was installed. So I had to shut everything down and let it download and install. But we're good. We did it. We made it, and knock on wood. I think we're all set to go with another awesome episode.
How crazy, man. Like you did it once, you should never have to do it again. Who knows what happened though, right?
Dude, I'll tell you what though, man. Just stepping into like the menu and just starting the menu screen of Half Life Alex. After playing on that Rift S for like 3 months, it was like looking through brand new eyes, brother. It was so crisp and clear. I'm
Mm.
sitting here questioning, man, are they using a different panel in this? This looks so clean and so colorful. It looks more colorful than I even remember it. Like I remember the colors not being, the best, but I mean being serviceable, but not great. I'm looking through this thing, man. It's super bright colors, contrast off the charts. I think we got a good one, man.
Yeah, that is a good one. So you're not gonna use your Rift S anymore? All right.
I will use it for what I
Mods.
bought it for mods. Yeah, when I need something that uses a little less performance, we'll reach for the old Rift S. And in the meantime, my son Brody is going to be using it on a daily basis.
Oh, nice. I tried to get my son to take my Rift S, and like, he was like, it's like he acted like it was like I tried to give him like some kind of, I don't even, pile of crap or something.
Herpes.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, Dad, I don't want herpes, bro. Like that's kind of weird. But yeah, I'll tell you what. Nah, he's just not into VR. I mean, I even talked. I told him he could have access to my Steam share. He's into Half Life. He likes Half Life Alex. But he's focused on making music, and he spends most of his time doing that, which is cool. So
Yeah, that is cool. I don't know. I think that there's stuff for him in VR. Of course there is, but when people aren't interested, you can't make them be interested, right? And the only way that people can really find out stuff is if they're interested enough to check certain things out. There's music maker tools in VR as well. Now, obviously, it's not the same, but I'm sure it's someone who's musically inclined uh, would find the stuff at least entertaining. But yeah, let him do his thing, bro. He'll come to you when he comes and tries to play your PSVR 2. Tell him to fuck off and go make some
Sorry,
music.
bro. That was like yesterday. You had a chance to do that. No, I'll still let him play. But yeah, eventually everybody's got their thing, and he was the one that opened my eyes even a couple years early to a lot of the early games being the shallowness of it, gameplay wise, right? And so I just think everybody's got a different idea what they want out of VR. And Wolvie's a perfect example. He's focused on the movement, which is perfectly fine. Like there's so many aspects to VR, and everybody's got their favorite aspect, right? Who am I to say what aspect is wrong for different people?
I'll tell you what, man. You talk about these shallow games, and it's something that really the whole it's been a kind of a negative byproduct of the Quest era, which is quickly coming to a close. Um, Not really. I mean, not really, but the era of Quest dominance, we'll say, is coming to a close. They're not going to be the only actor anymore. There's going to be multiple fronts. We're going to have a return to high end VR. But with that said, man, you talk about these shallow games. Not a problem we're going to have not tonight. Like we've only got a couple shows left. I think really it's probably going to be this one and next week, and that's probably it for our regular scheduled shows. Uh, but I think we've got good ones lined up this week and next week. I think it's going to be excellent, and we've got some other stuff planned for the interim, some pre-recorded stuff that I think people are really going to enjoy as well. No shallow games here tonight, friend.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? It's funny. It's ironic you say that, and I won't go into details. But well, I'll leave it for the conversation when we talk about the games in a little bit.
Okay, well, why don't we move in that direction a little bit and start off the way we always do by saying hello to our friends in chat. Mickey Barrios is in the chat, as is Tatum. What's up, awesome Tatum? What's up, Guido? Good to see you, friend. Guido likes it when we go on late, bro, because that means he gets to be home instead of at work when we go live. So
That's kind of
what's
nice,
up,
right?
friend? Yeah,
What
it
a
helps.
master at miniature golf, right?
Yeah, he kicked our ass. That's for sure.
It's
I thought I was doing good, man. I was like, man, I'm winning for sure. About halfway through, and then I look at the thing, and I'm down like, I don't know, it was like 4 strokes down. And when I saw that I was down, and we were over halfway through it, I started taking risk, and I completely blew. I was a birdie machine there for a while. I kept saying it, but we went to triple bogeys from birdies as soon as I found out I wasn't winning.
it's funny because it doesn't matter myself whichever game I'm playing with Walkabout Mini Golf. I'm always thinking the same thing. Like, man, I'm doing really good. I'm winning. Like, you know what I mean? And then I looked at the end and I was like, that fucking Spry guy just smoked us all. Like his score was he kicked ass, but it shows you who like actually plays a lot and is good at it, right?
Right.
I guarantee that game is so good and so realistic as far as physics that I guarantee it transfers into real life. I can't see how you wouldn't take go play regular miniature golf and do the same. That's cool.
Never playing it again, Roots. Never playing it again. Like, I'm done with casual multiplayer. I want deep, single player, narrative driven adventure games, and that's all I want to play. And the only reason I went into that game last night was for VR Spry Guy's birthday.
Happy
So
birthday,
everyone
Spry.
tells Spry Guy happy birthday.
Happy fake birthday,
Um,
Spry.
I was tricked, bamboozled, Roots,
I,
hoodwinked.
I know. I think I blame Among Us. It brought the sus out of everybody, and everybody's lying about everything. Spry Guy's
I know.
birthday. Come on, Wes. Come on in.
Felt like such a fool, Roots, such a fool.
That was cool though. We were all there though. I thought that was one of my. I say this every time because every time I go into walkabout mini golf with the community, it's amazing. But it was one of my favorite times.
We could be in there playing anything, dude. We could go in there and have a virtual deck of cards, play Go Fish with our friends. And with it being our friends, we would end up laughing our asses off for 3 hours like we always do.
That's true. What if it was Marineverse and you could all be on the same ship? That'd be actually pretty fun, I think. You have a party.
Yeah, right.
While you're
Sure.
learning to sail. Take a test.
As long as Sadliest Bradley is master, then we'll be good.
Yes, absolutely.
Anyway, Spry Guy, happy birthday. Good to see you in chat. Betty's here. Betty had a blast, and we always have fun with Betty. It was good to see you in there last night. I miss you, Tiffany. Tiffany wasn't there.
Tiffany.
I wasn't responsible for inviting whoever it was. I think Dee put all this together, but I missed you, Tiffany. I can't speak for the others. I missed having my partner in there.
I missed her too, and Tiffany, I keep looking at your blood elf warlock, and it's still level 13, just sitting there in Silver Moon, sad, lonely, falling behind.
Lonely warlock. Genetic Blasphemy is here. What's up, friend? Zayla Maru is here. Ryan Brannon is here. He says, "Happy birthday, Spry Guy."
I think I know. You're
call off for now.
You're gonna have to change it, Spry Guy, your real birthday to yesterday, I think.
Well, all he has to do is identify as someone whose birthday is on the last day of November, and
I never
everyone
thought
has
about
to celebrate
that. Does that mean I can go to Red Robin and get a free birthday meal every day? Because I identify it's my birthday again today. Damn, dude, this is crazy.
Every day. Actually, it's how it works. When I worked at these restaurants, man, we would just people would just come in and all the time just say, "Hey, it's my birthday." We didn't card them. You know what I mean? All right, here's your free cake. Enjoy it again.
Yeah, I'd be like, dude, I could have sworn I saw you here like 2 weeks ago. They're like, no, that was my twin. No, wait, no, they can't be my twin. Never mind. It was my brother. It's not a twin.
Let's see here. What up? Eric's here. Eric, what the hell, bro? Where are you at? Like, Eric's supposed to be on the show, man.
It's 7 a.m.
I thought he couldn't make it.
He couldn't make it, but now it's early. Well, this is the thing. He said he couldn't do the show because he would wake people up, which means he'd be talking, but he could probably listen with headphones and just like be really quiet.
I'm calling bullshit. I think that Eric's been up all night. He's in the freaking Netherlands, man. Who sleeps in the Netherlands? Nobody. That's who. They're all awake. They're all partying. You know what's going on there. I know. Can't fool me, bro.
Oh, dude, that's where all the drugs are legal, right? Come on, Eric. What are you guys doing? Having fun?
Everything, bro. Everything is legal there.
That's crazy.
Anyways, what's up, D? D's joining us. We're all wishing Spry Guy a happy birthday, D. Thanks to you.
Yeah, that's all D, huh?
It is all D. I see the light. Said the Game Cat is here. It says I'm listening. Good for you. Glad to see you. Who else is here that we haven't said hello to yet?
Well, Ryan Brandon says Eric's been busy playing What the Bat. That's me, actually. Actually, I almost did go into that today, but I went into Saints and Sinners instead.
Yeah, it's a hard decision, right? You look at those two and you're like, which one do I want to play really?
I'll tell you what. I really do want to play What the Bat, only because my curiosity is piqued to how bad this game is or how good it is. And but there's no way I was going to play it over Saints and Sinners.
Yeah, no way. Because we advertised that we're going to cover it. Like if it weren't for that, we'd definitely be playing What the Bat.
Yeah.
Je ne sais quoi is here. What is What the Bat? Don't ask questions. Just forget you ever heard it.
Actually, do this. Go to YouTube. Look up a trailer, and I'm warning you because the jingle is catchy. You may actually download the song, but not play the game because it's like, you find yourself dancing to it almost.
Well, Rosa says my state finally went recreational, getting dispensary weed on December 4.
Oh my God!
Congratulations, dude. Wolvie.
That's 4 days away, bro. That's really good for Wolvie too, because I know he's got. This is the thing, man. We can actually make your body feel good when it's got issues, right? And so like there's so many things they want to put in your body legally, and it's great that they actually are allowing people to use something that grows, that's normal, that's natural, and actually has medicinal purposes. So
Maybe they could start feeding it to the deer there, so they quit being so damn aggressive and attacking people.
That'd be good, actually. Could you feed it to it before you killed it and ate it, and then they maybe get high from eating the deer? That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if that would work
I
though.
need to try that. I'd try that. I think it might. I don't know. We need to do some experiments for science.
Yes, for science.
Eric says we've spent more time on what the bat than it deserves. All right. Well, we'll move on, bro.
Yes, I agree. I
Uh,
probably will agree. I still gotta try it though.
so now I'm at the point where I don't remember who I've said hello to and who I haven't.
So
What's up, Dark
everybody.
Angel? What's up, Wolvie? What's up, Ryan Brannon? Janae Sequa, welcome. She's new. She's new to the community. Ruth. She joined the Discord this week, and has been semi-active. So welcome. Good to see you,
Yeah,
and good to see you in the chat.
yeah, it's awesome. We always love people stopping by and hanging out.
We do. We do. Who else is here? Who else? Scrolling up. And there's Radio, right? Radio's here from Idaho. What's up, bro? Good to see you.
Radio Run, Idaho.
Love it. Never gets old, Roots.
I'll tell you what, man. I hear these things in my dream. I think sometimes because I play them so much. That's fun.
Wife is in the chat. Talk about a VR mini golf pro. She really killed it yesterday.
Yeah, you know what's funny, and I was joking about this, but I really will say that the Task Plus Pro or Golf Plus Pro or whatever it is helps. And when I was watching your wife play last night, I had flashbacks to me like 3 months ago. I was like, because that was, I remember not even a few games ago. That's where I was at. I was really all over the place. So and that's pretty new. She's pretty new to it, right?
Well, it was her first time, I think, playing it with other people. I think we might have played once or twice, just us.
Well,
But the first time she was in there with the crew like
she
that,
did really good then for being new.
she's definitely had a higher score than everyone else.
She's like, I'm gonna win this thing. To be fair, that is not the course to learn on, because there's
certainly not.
It's so technical. Like she needs a good learning one would be like the Don Quixote with the wind or something. That's a great one, I think. So.
Yeah. I thought that honestly, with this Miss course, there could have been more stuff like that. It seems like they use the same gimmick on every track in there. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to shit on it like Eric did, but I certainly felt like they could have done a little more with it.
A lot of missed opportunities, and I think a lot of devs do that. There's a lot of different things. And maybe it's just not knowing exactly what people would want. I think if they would have, like Eric said, added a few more things that could have happened, like even with us last night, raising that boat by turning those certain lights on was cool, right? A few more things like that would have been awesome. So
I like more holes. The secret holes, the ones you're not supposed to see at first, and you knock it down the secret hole, and it ends up right up next to the cup. That kind of thing always tickles my butthole, Roots.
You know who else has a secret hole that loves their butthole to be tickled?
My mom.
I was waiting to see where I could fit that in, but you just kept laying it out there.
You know who loves when you fit it in when they lay it out there?
My mom.
Yeah, she does. She's busy already, right off the bat.
Welcome, friends. This is what happens on Strangers in the Night. This is the difference between our middle of the night show and our Sunday afternoon show. Not that we don't go there and go for it on Sunday, but we get a little extra dirty on the late night show.
Yeah, it's late night. Everyone's hanging out. They're looking for the late night spice, right? So
that's right. That is right. All right. So I don't know if we've got anyone else in here. I'm sure there's some names I'm missing. I'm scrolling a little more quickly now. It looks like I thought I saw somebody for a moment, but I lost them. Maybe that's it. We're going to call that it. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Welcome. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us tonight / this morning. Why don't we get into a little VR talk? That's what we all came here to do in the first place. And let's talk about this The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, Ch.2, Retribution, the longest title in the history of VR games. Roots, you get 100 characters to make the title of your video. and we only did 2 games this week instead of our usual 3. But for the first time ever, I had to shorten and abbreviate the title of a game so I could get the second game in. Like, this is insane. I don't even know what kind of tag to put on this. Like, surely they have like a shortened little YouTube tag, but I wouldn't even begin to guess what that might be. This thing is you got to take a deep breath in the middle of it.
WDSS Retribution. That's it. I don't know. Hey, it's a mouthful, right? You know who else loves a mouthful?
My mom.
We'll leave it there.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, been looking forward to this one for a while since it was announced. Want to thank our friends at Skybox Interactive. Yeah, I got that right. I always get no, I didn't get that right. Skydance Interactive, Skydance Skybox. I always get this shit mixed up because they're both relevant here. Anyway, we'd like to thank our friends for giving us review access to the game. And we need to start this thing off with a couple of caveats. First of all, this is an early beta version of the game that we played. The experience that goes live on the Quest Store tomorrow is likely going to be markedly different than the one that we have had in the recent weeks. Secondly, we're not doing a full review here tonight. These are first impressions. I have not played through this game yet. Intentionally, haven't played all the way through this one because, well, for reasons we can talk about it another time. But I've played enough of it to where I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on what they're going for here. And so we're going to give some um, real broad impressions of what we think about the game so far, how we think it's going to shape up on Quest, and subsequently how we think it's going to shape up on PC and PSVR 2 when it comes to those platforms early next year. So thank you to our friends again at Skydance for giving us the opportunity. We do have more content coming on this one, by the way. After launch, we're going to get into a little bit of the PC version, right? And kind of do a part 2 to an older video we've done, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I thank you, Skydance, and for sure for making us feel special. I was telling my nephew I had advanced access to this, and he's like, oh, "How do you get access?" I said, "Podcast, bro, early, bro." But no, it's just cool to be able to have early stuff. I think.
Tiffany in the chat says, "Oh, come on, we want the brutal truth." Oh, we're going to give that to you, Tiffany. Trust me, it's not all going to be sunshine and roses here tonight.
Oh, we trash this shit.
But it's kind of weird, Roots, because I don't know how much of this stuff I should call them out on because it is a beta. I do expect it's going to be more polished tomorrow, but I don't know that until I play it. So do I nitpick all the little bullshit that I saw because there was a lot of it, but I don't think it's going to be there tomorrow. I have faith in this team that they're going to be able to iron out a lot of the technical stuff that I saw when I was.
It's a weird place because I hate to bring up something that may not be a problem. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure, and just little things like you said that have been tweaked out over the last few weeks or month or however long since this build was put together, right?
So again, we'll address those kind of negative things with a big caveat that this is a beta and we won't mention all of it. I'll mention a few of them that I'm not so concerned about that I think will get patched out on day one, and then we'll mention some of the other stuff that I am a little concerned might not get patched out at least right away. Anyway, let's forget all that for a moment and talk about what's good here. This is, as the title suggests, Chapter 2 to the original game. And at first, we didn't know what that meant. Does that mean this is a sequel? Does that mean that this is an extension? That it's just basically DLC to the first game? And it's kind of weird, Roots, because it's kind of both. Like, I feel like at its core, the foundation of what we have here is extended DLC for the first game. Now, with that said, the first game is probably the best game in VR. So is that such a bad thing if we've got a 20-hour DLC to the best game we've ever played? I think that's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, that's all we wanted was more story to have it continued. But it's funny because I was telling the D the same thing, that I literally felt like it was more of an extended DLC than a full out, new game. Even though it's my words were, it's more of the same, but the same is amazing. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not that it was, I don't know how to phrase that. I guess that's how I'll phrase it. It was amazing. It's the same. It's taking that story and going further on in it, and so far it's really good. Now, what I was going to say, what I was saying earlier that I would talk about later when we got onto the games, it was funny because the beginning area, or the beginning, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes or whatever, I was a little bored, and it wasn't anything for the game, but it was just exactly what we said. I'm getting to a point in VR where I want the depth of games. And so running around the beginning area, it was like I hadn't got to any of it. And then as soon as I got to the first mission and I started doing the questing, and I started, opening stuff and unlocking stuff and doing, talking to people, then I fell into it, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. But it was like that first 10 minutes of, I guess it's all these other games that don't have that depth. I'm shell shocked, Wes. It's like until I hit it, my body tells me, or my mind tells me it's not coming. And then I was like, oh, it's here. And I could relax.
Yeah, and that's kind of the weird thing about it. Where the game seems kind of structured as if it were DLC. When you get into it, it offers a lot of the things that we look for in great sequels, right? It expands on pretty much everything that the original game does well. I feel like, and again, there's still more to play here, but I certainly feel like there's the potential for this game to be better in almost every category. Now, at least on Quest, I didn't feel like there was much of a visual upgrade here, especially in this early version. There may have even been a little bit of a downgrade. But again, I think a lot of that has to do with optimization, and I feel like the version tomorrow should be at least on par with the original Quest version of the original title.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
But anyway, everything else is an expansion. As usual, world class, best storytelling in the game here. We have a multi-faceted story here that plays different angles at the same time, just like the first game. But to some extent, you're getting a continuation of side stories from the first one, and I don't want to go into too much detail what I mean by that. But there's stuff here bubbling under the surface that if you're not paying attention, you might miss. But this ties in a couple of different ways to the story from the original, and um, really kind of feels them out and adds a lot of detail and backstory and context to what was going on that really we had no idea about during the first game. So, right off the top, Roots, if I have to pick a strength of this title, it's one of the biggest strengths from the first title, and that is the storytelling is excellent.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and it makes you want to know where it's going to go right off the bat. That was one of the things that I really sucked me in right off the cusp. It was the questing or the story. So.
Did you find any of the letters and I don't want to spoil anything, but there are letters from characters in the first game that kind of give some context to what was going on in the first game, that you had no idea about. Did you find any of that stuff?
I did.
I found like 2 or 3 different. Yeah.
Yeah, and what's cool is some of them are in weird places too. Like I found one, like something underneath a staircase that was like kind of, I had to duck down and find. Like I was like, whoa, there's something under here. I did feel like that there was a lot of that, a lot of cool things to find. But one thing that I wish I would have. Well, I'll wait till, I don't want to get off on. We'll wait till we get to that section of talking. The downsides.
Okay. I don't know what you were going to go for, but I'm sure we'll get there. Something else that really impressed me about the game was the expansion of the arsenal, not just weaponry, but items. And in addition to that, and kind of playing off of that, the expansion of the crafting. There are a couple new crafting tables in this game. with all new items and things to, again, just add another layer of depth to the possibilities here. People already know that you're able to go out at night. Obviously, with it being later in the story, there's much more dead, making this a much more action oriented game. And they seem to be giving us the equipment that we need to be able to deal with this new threat.
How was your night? I mean, did you go out at night? I'm assuming you went out at night. Like, did you ever get stuck out and when the bell was ringing or anything, or?
No, I still haven't really played around with a lot of the nighttime exploring. Um, to be honest, I didn't play the game as I typically would if it was just me playing for fun or playing on a stream. I actually tried to push the narrative and quest a little bit quicker than I normally would and do a little bit less exploring.
Mm.
Um, I definitely am going to go back though now that we've got this one under our belts and kind of take it nice and easy and slow the way I always like to do.
Yeah, you know who loves taking it nice and easy and slow?
My mom!
That's her favorite. Yeah, so my
Uh,
thing is I noticed, and speaking of taking it slow, like this is the biggest weirdest thing for me because I thought about this a lot in the last couple hours since I played what I played. Like this is an extension of the first game, right? And I remember when that traumatic thing happened at the end of the last one when I accidentally rang the bell. Horrible, right? Okay, so like things went down with multiple zombies everywhere, at least from what we heard. And I'm not seeing that on day one in the game. I feel like it's day one of the first game. There's a few zombies wandering around. Now you would think we would be on day 40 or whatever. It would be progressed, right? And I also don't notice a lack of materials either. I feel like the materials are I know they're going to get scarce after day 30 in the game, but it just seemed like a weird like disconnect between the two stories, right? Because if I'm going from one to the next, it's just weird.
Okay, so you're touching on a couple of things here that are actually kind of separate issues for me. First of all, with regard to the population of the zombies, and I think both of these things kind of tie into the same reasoning and why it's like this. Um, I did notice a lack of the dead in the church in the courtyard area, which is where that's where the majority of them were at the end of the last game. And we have moved on, a few weeks, maybe a couple months from the events in the first game. So I mean, it's entirely possible that the tower could have cleared that, and that's probably
Mm.
what they're relying on. If you get into the maps, especially the newer maps, um, I definitely noticed that there were more dead there than there was at the beginning of the last game. Now, was it overwhelming? No, but it probably will be at night after the bells go off,
It
which I haven't messed around it.
probably shouldn't be crazy. I mean, be too hard in the beginning either, right? Because there's going to be people coming in that have never played this, right? So
Right. But what you're saying about the supplies and seeming like there's more of that stuff, there's a reason for that. And bear with me for a minute here because I'm gonna have to explain a little bit about some of the technical differences in the original game between the PC and PlayStation version versus the Quest version. So when you're talking about Chapter One, um, the, probably the most noticeable difference for me playing the game on Quest versus playing it on PlayStation and PC is that they're limited with the number of assets that they were able to use. Um, so what that would mean playing the game on Quest, while it was a very serviceable port, sometimes you deal with fewer zombies, which is what we led into this conversation about. This is the Quest version. It makes sense that there would be fewer zombies, but in the one thing that I found the most odd playing Chapter One on Quest was since they couldn't use as many assets, what that meant a lot of the time was that none of the drawers and cabinets had doors on them. Like it would just all be open front, so that you could see the items inside. There was no pulling open drawers or anything, or not much of it. Everything you could just see inside of, and it just seemed weird. Like no cabinets or drawers in the entire city have doors on them. That's odd. That seems out of place. And I think they know that seems out of place. So I think the way that they're dealing with that in the sequel is I mean, now all the cabinets and drawers have fronts on them, but you can't open them. And all the stuff that you're finding is laying on top of tables, it's laying out on the ground. So when you enter an area and you see all this shit laying out, it's just like, man, there's stuff everywhere here. I don't think there's a lot more stuff here. I think it's way more visible because I can count on one hand the number of rooms I went into that I could open up drawers and cabinets and look in. Everything's just sitting right out for you to find, which is one of those things, again, that I was alluding to at the top that I'm a little concerned about, because that seems just as weird to me as the drawers not having fronts on them, just having supplies laying all out on the ground and all over the top of all the tables in town. Um, that just doesn't seem plausible in the scenario to me.
Yeah, especially since Wes wants to open up all that stuff. He wants to search.
Yeah.
I was trying to open up some cabinets and stuff, and it was like, oh man. But yeah, I definitely see what you're saying as far as that goes. I thought it was right off the bat. I started upgrading my backpack and getting more space, and that for me that's the best part. I know like Wolvie doesn't like crafting. I don't consider it crafting. I consider it kind of like a skill tree, you know, for World of Warcraft or any other game where you're getting new abilities, you're getting new armor, you're getting new weapons, you're getting new, you know, I'm trying to unlock medicine right now because I didn't transfer. I think I played through on Steam, and so I didn't have anything to bring over, so I just started fresh, and so I'm having to unlock everything, and I realized, oh fuck, man, I can't even make medicine, man. It's kind of important, you know, so.
Yeah, and this is something that I thought was really cool about the game. You know, a lot of people were concerned, or at least a little bit bummed out, that the story decisions that you made in the first game really don't affect the way the story sets up in the second game. But with that said, you can carry over your progress, like your progression through the original 3 crafting stations. You get to carry all that over, your arsenal, all that stuff. You can import it over. But like you, Roots, I didn't have a big quest save to kind of pull over. My original playthrough was, my original playthroughs were on PSVR and PC. So I just gave quests a little bit of time the first time around. So I just started clean. I didn't think the little bit that I had done on the quest version before was even worth bringing over. And I was right, because they don't just start you from nil here.
Mm.
They put you at level 5 and level 6 on each table, so that you do have a handful of the stuff that you need to kind of negotiate your way through these maps.
Let me ask you this: did you have a little bit of confusion at first while looking for the flask? It's like, where is this fucking
Yeah,
flask, man? There's no.
I looked
I've,
everywhere.
well, first I got on the bus and I thought, wow, like this doesn't feel safe. Like, how do you sleep with a big hole in the back of your bus, man? So I looked all over for that flask. I went to the other side. I did all sorts of stuff, and then finally it dawned on me, oh, maybe they're leading me to the back through this bus. And I thought that was so cool. I was like, okay, I feel a lot more comfortable down here. And they gave you so much shit to like start with, right? You had all sorts of guitar down there, saxophone, and like for parts. So you kind of they not only start you at level 5 and 6, but they give you a lot of extra stuff to kind of start to begin with. And I thought that was kind of cool too. So assuming that's all down there for everybody. I part of me thought maybe that was just for the people testing the game or playing the game, I guess.
Yeah, they load you down with weapons and ammo in that first map, like that first level with the hotel. Like you literally load your full backpack full of guns and ammo and medicine and bandages. They give you a bunch of that stuff to start. And yeah, you're right. I got in there. I saw the back of the bus was open. It never dawned on me to walk through it. I searched Roots. I searched the entire cemetery. Okay, every inch of it. I went down through the catacombs to the courtyard, searched the entire courtyard in front of the church, all of those buildings. I went into the church, searched through the reserve looking for this damn flask. And when I finally couldn't get it, I said, you know what? I must have missed it. It must be on the bus. I went back to the bus. This is like an hour into the game now. And I walked through the back door and was like, oh, it's right there. Like
Just
literally right in front of your face the whole time.
I felt stupid, but I really did think that was cool because it's like it just makes you feel like it's a nice little nook. You know, you can hang out. You got a couch. You got your place to hang out, and I guess it's got some place to store stuff. Maybe I don't know. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like the new digs. There's a new resting place area that's not on the bus anywhere, but it's very adjacent to the bus. Dude, I was searching the cemetery with that UV light looking for clues. Like it was bad, man.
It's funny because I had the exact same experience. I didn't go all the way to I went to the other side, but I didn't go to the courtyard side. I went to the under the church and everything. And I was like, I don't know what's going on, man. Like and that I just felt like I'm missing something. But there's no real wording in there. Like it doesn't tell you, it just says drink the flask. It doesn't tell you anything or where to go. But I mean, I'm assuming they assume most people are gonna go down there and look, and I mean, we did. So
I mean, that makes sense, right? To go through the door there. But when you look through it, you can't, or I don't think at least that you can see any of the stuff that's would kind of draw you out.
mm.
Like if you could see one of those crafting tables or the door to your new resting place, I feel like it would draw you out of the bus. But I feel like when you're in there and you just kind of peer out, it just looks like the cemetery. So you just assume that that's some place that you've already been and there's nothing there. So
everywhere
I
else,
never, yeah,
everywhere else has a little purple question mark that leads you everywhere. This is the one place it
right,
doesn't, right? And so,
right.
you know, if it just had a question mark that was just like when you walked towards the back of the bus, like you were going to get your flask from like last time, there should be a question mark that's you see out there and you're like, oh, there's something out there and it should lead you down. And this is the thing. This is 2022 and people are fucking stupid. And Wes and I just proved it. And they're not going to find it, bro. And that's just the way it is. I mean, we did find it eventually.
Yeah, we did, and I really dug it. Like you said, after I found it, I thought it was cool that we had that they just show you up front all this different stuff you're gonna have. The the armor, the gloves, all of the weapons. And by the way, you don't have to craft them. You get quite a lot of them in these early missions. Um,
There's some on the
the new
bus.
weapon,
Right when I
yeah,
mean, there's all
dude.
sorts of shit right on the bus. Is like, I was like, fuck, man, they gave us a lot of weapons. That's what kind of what made me think maybe that's not going to be the case forever. I'll be curious tomorrow when I log into the official build if that stuff's there, because part of me thinks that maybe that was just put there for people to have something to play the game with, to test it. So
Did you play around with the sawn off shotguns?
I don't know about this. Is that the shotgun in general, or is
No,
it?
it's the little shotgun pistols that you can put on your pistol holster.
No, I didn't. I did not, but I'll tell you what, the shotgun is my favorite. The big shotgun is
Love it.
so fucking
Yeah.
amazing. Even just the loading. Like this is what I was thinking when I was playing. Wolvie's gonna love this. Like I don't know how much he loved the original game, of course, because of crafting, but the gunplay felt so good, especially even when as it was breaking. Like I got to a point, Wes, where I died. My bag dropped. I died again because it was from humans, and I had really shitty situations. I couldn't find ammo or weapons. The bell rang. My bag was on the
Mhm.
other side of the thing, and I said, I'm fucking going for it anyway. And so like I continued to do that, and that, I mean, it really wasn't crazy zombies, but it was on day one. So I'm thinking maybe the night on day one's not going to be the night on because I got out of there. And now granted I did have to shoot, more than I would have normally. But it was crazy. Oh, but
Well,
anyway, I was gonna uh,
that shotgun's like God mode, isn't it? I like to call it the eraser because if you got a problem, that shotgun will erase it for you.
it'll take their heads off completely. But what I was gonna say about the guns is I had all I had was one pistol and it was almost broke. Like you could see the durability was going down. And I shit you not, I had to cock it after every single shot because
Yep.
it was breaking, and it had been breaking for a while, and then eventually it just exploded in my hand at the wrong time. I went scrambling to get away. This is one of the times when I died again, and I got swarmed by 3 or 4 zombies. So it was. I feel like the gunplay felt really good. I mean, all the weapons feel good in there. Like even the axe I was using felt good. With the two-handed, which I felt like it felt better this time around even than last time. Maybe I'm just
Yeah,
imagining.
and that's the thing, man. It's like so much about this game. And again, we don't want to do a full blown review of it and go into all the things about the first game that carried over that's so awesome. But the physics and weapon handling are second to none. The game, these weapons have a unique feel on current gen hardware. I can only imagine how
Oh,
crazy this stuff's going to be when we get the PlayStation VR2 Sense controllers in our hands with all those extra haptics and adaptive triggers. This is going to be something to behold.
yeah. Plus, what are they going to add for your face? Who knows what they can use? You know, so
All right, that's a good point.
it's gonna be amazing.
Anyway, we'll just touch on a couple more things and we'll just kind of let it go until after tomorrow anyway, and then we can go in a little bit deeper after the embargo lifts in the morning. Um, the new maps. Um, Certainly more expansive. They all had this kind of verticality to them that a lot of the original maps didn't have. Um, I really dig in the new scenes and the way the new maps are laid out. What did you think about them?
I did, and I felt like I got lost a lot more as far as like just felt like it was more. There was more to it, more turns, more twists. Especially when you're trying to get somewhere quick, and um, the bells going off, and like I really did get turned around quite a few times. But yeah, I think it was definitely cool. It's just good to see different locations. I've never been to New Orleans. I'm imagine people that have been there, it's probably going to be even more crazy for them, right? Because they say it's very realistic, right? As far as the scenery.
Tiffany says, you know who else likes it when you go deeper after the embargo lifts?
My mom!
Oh man, she won't wait for the embargo though. You know her.
Oh, she don't. She breaks embargoes
She'll
on the
break.
daily, bro.
Yeah, when it comes to that, for sure.
Um, Anyway, yeah, I felt like in terms of like raw square footage that the maps were comparably sized to the old maps, but in terms of explorable area and varying paths, I felt like they were a bit more complex and that there was more to them. I found myself looking at the map in the journal a lot more this time than I did in the original game.
Absolutely. I couldn't just wander around. I was like, where the fuck am I going? I'm like thinking I'm going to the skiff, and then I ran into a dead end, and I was like, I guess this isn't the way to get here. And what's crazy is there's humans that are pissed with guns, then they don't fuck around pretty quick. Like that's one of the things. I mean, obviously in the Walking Dead world, it's the humans are the most dangerous, right? But um it's just crazy.
And again, to touch back on what we started on here, the narrative is just beautiful because, the original game had you dealing with two or three different narratives and negotiating through all of them. You had the warring opposing factions, and then you had the kind of the outsiders that were kind of neutral, and each of those had their own storyline, and we're seeing those storylines each branch out and be furthered in this game with all new storylines and you've the tourist has retribution coming from in more ways than one from more w- groups than one, and even though you do have some allies in this new New Orleans, you've got a hell of a lot
Mhm.
more enemies than you do friends.
Everybody knows who we are, and
That's right.
a few people like us, and most people are a little pissed. Um, if anything, I don't know, we're competition. We could come in and swoop in and fuck things up for on every level, and I think a lot of factions know that, and some of them are recruiting us as well. So, which is kind of cool. I felt important. Like I got a special meeting, and they specifically came to get me, and I thought that was cool.
Now what I haven't begun to explore yet is how this narrative and these paths will change when I morph into Evil Weasel
Mm.
start backstabbing and killing people. Um, so I'm looking forward, Roots, to getting in there later this week, getting in that PC version, and seeing what kind of havoc and mayhem I can stir up just through my devious actions.
Well, let me ask you this: did you grab the Bible and the crucifix and hold on to them like Saint Roots did?
No, I did not.
I got mine or my backpack ready to go. But yeah, this is one of the things. And Tiffany, I need you to figure this out, and maybe it's just something that happened to me because I did go into the PC thing, and um, I couldn't get past that first room.
Oh well, okay. I'm sorry. Well, come again. I didn't quite
The
understand.
PC version, I couldn't get past the first room. Like you know how the zombies burst through that door, and then
Oh yeah.
it never happened. And I was like, oh well, maybe I was like, I tried to climb up the zombie that's hanging there, because you can grab his feet and you can hang there, but you can't go up. I mean, I stood about 20 minutes trying to figure it out. I said, well, you know what? Finally, I'm gonna go check out the Quest version, and then it happened, and I was like, okay, well, that's the problem, and I just never went back. But I definitely, I don't know if it's a bug on my end or something. So
I'm sure there's some randomization there that is probably getting hung up. The reason why I didn't go into the PC version, they told us that it's very early.
it's
Like there's a
very
lot of
early.
work,
Yeah.
yeah, that needs to be done on that. So yeah, if we have too much trouble, maybe we'll do the Saint versus Sinner part 2 in the Quest version. But
Yeah.
I'm going to give the PC a good go before we decide to do that.
It'll be a lot easier to do the right scenarios with PC. So I'm sure we'll be able to figure it out.
All right. So I guess let's go ahead and wrap this thing up here. So if you're a fan of the first game, you're going to be in heaven here. This is a pretty straightforward continuation of the original. Certainly seems like maybe this was originally intended to be a DLC, and then when they realized how much content they have for it, but they went ahead and blew it on out into a full game. But with that said, um, just absolute, other than graphically, um, you know, improvement and expansion in every area. And this already was the best game in VR. So if you're talking about making the best game in VR even better, and that even goes for the story, man. I think that the story in this could even end up being even better than the original one. So it's kind of hard not to say that this is a full fledged sequel. Again, there were some bugs and glitches in the first one. We talked about some of that stuff. It's pretty basic stuff. I noticed a lot of pop in, some low texture resolution. It was kind of weird, Roots, because I noticed or low resolution textures in some areas, but then there were other areas that were highly detailed and beautiful. So I got to feel like again this was kind of an optimization thing,
Mm.
and that when the final version of the game launches tomorrow, that a lot of that stuff is going to look a whole lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I noticed the pop in, especially lighting. It was lighting pop in really. As you would go like get closer and further away, the lighting would change, pop in or whatever. But I thought the same thing, that's got to be something that's optimizing and not going to be there on the release. So
Anyway, with that said, my enthusiasm is infinitely higher today than it was 2 weeks ago. I cannot wait to play more of this game. I can't wait to play more of it on the other platforms. It's coming to PC in February. It's coming to PlayStation VR 2 in March, but it's coming to Oculus Quest 2 tomorrow. Or
wow.
I guess if you're watching this after the fact instead of live, it's probably either live right now on the Quest store or it's about to go live. So I do recommend it. Um, you know, more of the best thing is even better, and that's exactly what this is.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I recommend it wholeheartedly. Especially, I mean, if you didn't like the first game, you might like this one, but I mean, the chances are you probably wouldn't because you didn't like the first one. I think I question your soul, but I definitely think if you like the first one, you're gonna like this one for sure.
Yeah, man. You mentioned Wolby not liking the crafting, and I thought that the balance here was just right. I don't like games that get all grindy with the progression, and I feel like they've done a perfect balance here of making it worth your while to scavenge, but not making it so that you're spending an hour in front of that table. Like you can just pop in, grab what you need, and get the hell out.
And there's multiple ways to opportunities to get stuff. Before you could only get stuff mostly during the day. You'd get a little bit at night if you went to the graveyard, underneath area or whatever, but not much. This way, at night you get stuff. You get, if you're going to go to meet people at the church, you can get stuff. You can get stuff during the day. Pretty much every time you go out, you're going to come back with a full backpack. That means you're going to have 2 or 3 backpacks worth of stuff every day. So it should increase people's leveling a lot quicker. I think if you just got to grab shit, like you don't even have to really, at least in the beginning, you don't even have to pay attention to what you're grabbing. Just make sure every slot is filled. And what I do is I fill every slot. And then as I see like good items, I'll start throwing out some shit, like a box of matches, one of these metal boxes that has all that extra good stuff in it. I'll take that over that any day.
Yeah, there's even new crafting materials in this. Like, there's not just new things that you can craft, but there's new things that you can craft with, new items that you can find. It really is proper expansion in every way.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, we'll leave it at that until at least until the embargo lifts. Definitely not the final word on this one. Stay tuned. Make sure if you haven't already, you click the big red button and the bell so that you can stay up to date. Much more to come in the weeks and months to follow with the Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, Chapter 2, Retribution.
Yeah. Gamer Chicks did say TWDS Retribution CH2, or I think is what would be the name.
Is that the tag? Is that the tag, or is that just the abbreviation? I need to know what the proper tag is.
I think she did. She put it in the chat. Let me see what, because I can scroll up on this big ass thing here and see it here.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, we'll talk a little bit about what we're about to do here. So, those of you who are new to the channel, we're about to do what is called a real-time review, and what this is it's kind of a hybrid between the podcast style discussion, like we just had for the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution, and it's a cross between that kind of discussion and a live gameplay stream. So, what I'm going to do in just a moment is I'm going to break away here. My friend Ruuts is going to stay on screen. I'm going to get in my brand new HP Reverb G2 headset, and we're going to play the brand new fan made mod for Half-Life Alyx called Levitation that just hit the workshop a few days ago. This is one that they've been promoting for weeks and even months at this point. It's a highly anticipated the 4-hour campaign, for new 4-hour story campaign, supposedly all new voice lines in it, new assets, a proper mod for Half-Life Alyx, and I'm looking very much forward to getting in there and experiencing it for the first time with all of you.
It looks crazy. It looks like I saw some of this trailer here, the gunplay, and I was like, oh man, I'm so glad Wes is doing this for the real time review, because you're gonna fucking tear it up. It's gonna be good.
I can't wait, dude. Like when I got into the menu earlier, I was just like, oh, dude, this is gonna be so awesome. Really looking forward to sharing that with all of you.
Wes is gonna tear
Anyways,
up a little bit, I think, because it's gonna look so good.
Did you find what you were looking for in the chat there, or is it?
I did not. My amazing vertical chat was not. There's been too much chat. I couldn't go up any farther. It was gone. Jeez.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's in my press kit. I can find it. I'm sure it's in my press kit. I just I need to go back and check it out. They sent us a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff with this one. Things to look for, things to highlight, things not to talk about. We didn't talk about those things, Ruuts. There are things we're not supposed to talk about, and we didn't. So pat on the back.
Thank God, because I didn't. I guess I was hoping. I just was like, I just won't talk too much about it. I want to talk. I don't want to break any embargoes. Tiffany will be mad.
We probably broke it all. To be honest, I read that shit like 2 weeks ago, and like I probably forgot half of it, and then we probably just completely broke every embargo. The good
Uh,
news is nobody watches this show,
oh
so
God,
like they'll never know.
they'll never know. Oh wait, Tiffany's right there. Damn it, Tiffany. Dude, I think she would have been like, "Oh God, guys." Like 17 messages on Discord.
She don't
Shut up,
care.
shut up.
She don't care, bro. That's for the marketing people to worry about. She don't care.
Hmm. That's true.
Tiffany probably wishes we would have listed all the bugs off that we saw. Like, tell us the truth. Like, no, let's give them a minute to work it out. Okay.
If it was after release, I'd have no problem saying that I saw this, this, and this, because I just don't know what's going to. I'd hate to talk about something that isn't there. You know,
Right.
because there's a reason why they.
You know what is there?
What's that? A good game?
Our friend, our developer friend who makes To the Top,
Oh, nice.
not working on Super Kid anymore. Do you know why?
It's done.
He works for Skydance now.
Really?
That's
Wow.
right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I just found this out today. I didn't know. Brian told me today when I was doing the Gamescast earlier. I told him that was Behemoth News, like literally Behemoth News.
That's awesome.
Yep. Congrats. It's awesome and it sucks at the same time, right? Because I really want to see Super Kit get finished, but then again, this is a good move for a good dude. So
It'll probably get finished
happy
eventually,
for him.
right on the side, I guess.
Yeah, 20 years. 20 years from now, it'll be finished eventually.
Well, VR will be so amazing by then. It'll be in our brain. Actually, a Neuralink's probably going to bring us VR in our brain in 6 months. Human
That's right.
trials.
That's right. It'll be mandatory.
That's right.
Anyway, well, why don't we get into this Levitation, man? I know there's a few people in the chat looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna go ahead and take a moment here to switch over. Bear with us a minute. We'll try not to make it 30 minutes of troubleshooting like it has been the last couple of times we've done this. I think we've got everything set up and our ducks in a row, but you know how it goes. Shit gets idle, and we have to reset some things. So it might take a minute. So, but just bear with us. And if you're watching this after the fact, and it takes a long time, I'll be sure to do what I have been doing and go in and put timestamps so that you can skip past the dead air.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ruuts is going to be here with you talking to the people in chat. I will be right back from the game. We'll see you in just a sec.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Gamer Chick says we're good, so that's good. Thank a little bit of a relief off my chest. I thought maybe we broke some kind of embargo. It would be horrible. I'm sure people do it all the time and don't even realize it, or they do, and then they say they're sorry. So let's see.
Yeah, like AJ going on for freaking hour about stuff he's not supposed to talk about. Yeah,
that's always fun.
All right. Let's see. What am I doing? Okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to go like this and click on that. Goodbye, everybody.
So all the secret game awards. The secret is that we haven't really came up with all the awards yet. We're working on it. That's the secret. Actually, I guess I can switch over here because he's got the screen already up.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. I think tentatively what our schedule is going to look like going forward. Next Wednesday, we're going to have our last episode of this show.
Because you have it going on your end. Will that fix?
Well,
oh wait,
you can do that.
It just went back. It's now green again.
Yeah, I saw it. It just now kicked in.
We did it! We're back! Oh my god, I can breathe again. Although
my camera's gone for a second because I need to chill out while and
all right, so here's the good news. Like our real-time review setup, perfect. Everything held. The game audio, I assume, is still coming through. Is that right?
Yep.
Game audio is still coming through. The microphone settings, the headphone settings, all switched over to my headset seamlessly. The game is still running. It didn't freeze up. Everything worked like the way it was supposed to.
Except for my internet. You know what's ironic
except for your internet.
I'm waiting to see because I haven't seen any chat yet. But like this is the litmus test, Wes. Like who are the real strangers? The ones that stuck around, the ones that came back. There's some people. Right. You know, the fair weather people, they're like, I'm going to bed. This thing's over. No, not the real.
Well, they say, Ruuts, if you love something, let it go.
It's true.
And if it comes back, then it was.
And then it's yours.
If it doesn't come back, it was never truly yours to begin with, right?
That's true. That is very true.
We're talking to you, Rezel. Anyway. Anyway, let's check out some Levitation.
Let me reset this chat because I don't think it's. I'm really not seeing anybody.
Yeah, you're locked. I saw some people say we did it. We're back.
Okay. Yeah.
I do need to bring it into my headset though, so I'm going to take a moment to do that.
Okay. I got to take toll here and see who the fair weathers are. Hey, I see Dark Angel. So yeah, Wolfie's still there. Mickey Bear, Spry Guy. I hate to like. Now I feel bad that I like called out some people that maybe they did go to bed. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that I see. Yeah, Dee says she'd never leave us, yo. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate everyone who sits up halfway through the night to watch us. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, or even if you come back for the replays.
Genetic Blasphemy still here. The Kawa for now still here. Yeah. So we got our chat in the headset. I missed you, Steam VR. I missed you, G2. I'm so happy to be back in my G2 roots. This is awesome.
Looks so good, huh? Almost makes me want to get one, but like since I literally just had one roommate choke out the other and has a
yeah, you mentioned that. What's the story there?
Yeah, so I guess while I was playing and streaming the other night, one of them, my roommates, came upstairs and just they got an argument over a camera or something and choked the other one out, and he woke up and was passed out.
Oh, dude, you got to pull guard. You got to get your hooks in. You got to shrimp move. You got to control posture. You can't let them get on your back.
You got to do
it. It's over with when they get on your back, bro.
It's all over, yeah. So now he's got one of my roommates has a restraining order, can't come home, and it's going to be permanent. So I just lost a roommate. So the whole point of this story is my dreams of a G2 just floated out the window because I'm now going to be like hoping to get a PSVR 2 because it's like another $550 a month that I get to pay.
Damn, dude, your rent is crazy. And by the way, where are you living at? You living where Wolvie lives at? Because it sounds like shit that goes down in his neighborhood, bro.
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you what. I guarantee my neighbors had a talking about because 2 or 3 days in a row there was cops outside and one person getting arrested, and then when he tried to come home, the cops were called again. So he was told not to come. Hey, you gotta. Because here's the thing. When it all happened, and I told my one roommate, he's like, I don't feel safe. I said, yeah, you need to go down and file a restraining order, because otherwise he's going to be, if somebody comes in your house and that lives there starts choking you, I don't feel safe. I wouldn't feel safe. I didn't feel safe.
Yeah. You know who does feel safe being choked?
My mom!
Yeah, she feels unsafe if you don't. But yeah, no, crazy stuff. But now everything's stable, and hopefully everything balances out. I have faith in God, let's put it that way, so it will balance out.
Whoa.
It's getting crazy there.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of loud on my headset too. I think I can.
I just turned it down a little bit, but if you turn it down, I can turn it back up.
Yeah, I think we. Hold on. I think you're probably turning down my my audio too when you do that.
No,
my mic audio.
You're separate.
Oh, I am separate from the game audio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. The game audio is
need to...
through the Ninja, and then the audio is through Discord.
Well, I can't hear you over it, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit on my end here too. All right. Turn the master volume down to 75. That should help. All right. Let's just resume.
Wouldn't you agree?
The G-Man route.
Oh man, G-Man. Remember when everybody lost their shit when the G-Man came out?
And again.
Yeah.
And again. Well, you get
the G-Men. There's more than one of them.
Of course.
Who loves more than one man? G-Man.
My mom!
To survive, unless you choose a more liberating alternative. While it would be unfortunate to lose such an increasingly fit asset, there is no substitute for reliability. Proven reliability. Until next time, Miss Vance.
No. I just want to go home. Send me home.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Wonder Rob says this Half-Life looks good. How is it going?
What
It's
is
going
that?
good. We're on the air. Where my internet's now not crashed or whatever happened. I don't know what happened.
Look at this, man. Look at how friggin' detailed this shit is. It's crazy, yo.
Doesn't translate, I don't think. I wonder how, do you think it would look as good on the Rift S?
No, I don't. It looks great, but this is crazy.
Oh, man. See,
What is this thing?
I usually use the Quest 2, and it's pretty good. It's decent.
Or back here. Oh, why is quick turning on? What the hell? Oh, I'm getting sick, Ruuts. It's making me vomit. I
Snap
gotta get
turn?
rid of that.
Yeah. I don't know why that should never be default.
Preferences. Oh, snap turn.
There
Makes
you
me
go.
sick to
Oh,
even
turn the
say
speed up
words.
though.
Yeah, for sure. All the way, baby. That's how we do it. Come on. 97's not enough. We need 100.
I
99
don't,
is
I
that as
don't
far as
think
it
you're
goes?
getting it. I think 98 is all you get. Oh,
There
there
we
you
go.
go. Oh
Boom.
God.
All right, back. Where's it? Oh yeah, there we go. That's the stuff. What's up, bro? High five. I know I look short it's because I'm sitting down.
It's all right. There's short people in the world.
Yeah.
You know, imagine if you were Yoda playing a game. I mean, everybody. I mean, it's screwed.
This is insanity, man. This is literally as much detail and texture that we've ever seen in VR, and I've got this thing set on medium detail.
So if you had a 4090 and you had it cranked all the way,
Well, I probably could crank it right now. I typically do have it cranked all the way.
streaming.
I just wanted to be safe with the stream because I've got NVIDIA broadcast running and all this other stuff running. So I wanted to give some headroom for that. I didn't want to have to troubleshoot on the air, you know.
Yeah, I think you need to upgrade your processor to the 1300 series, and then you would never have to worry about that at all. Not that you.
You know what would happen as soon as I did that?
What?
PlayStation VR 2 would come out and I would be off the hook.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, either way, it's a good investment. It's there's so many games you don't realize. Everybody focuses on video card, and that processor having that headroom really helps.
Hey, what the?
Oh, cool.
Bear in mind, well,
Russell.
remember when we asked them not to investigate the giant levitating building in Sector X?
Is it new dialogue?
Well,
I can't hear it.
They sort of did the exact opposite and did go and investigate the giant floating building in Sector X. So, yeah, we...
Sounds
better do
new.
something right away. I'm pretty sure you're the only person who has ever come back from Sector X alive. I hope you're still using this old frequency because we've looked everywhere for you, Alyx.
So tempted to talk. I just don't want to interrupt the dialogue. I can't hear it, so...
Man, I don't know if it's this game or this headset or both, but this is just friggin' nuts how clear this is and detailed.
It's both. Well, it's the fact that you just... imagine, you know, you wear glasses, but you haven't worn them for 3 months, and all of a sudden you just put them on. Oh my God. And then, of course, you got how crazy good the graphics are on it as well.
This is nuts, dude. I'm blown away.
You know what the biggest thing that's nuts about it is this is free. This is free with a...
Yeah.
This is one of the reasons why we said this game was so amazing when it first came out, is all of the amazing DLC that, or, you know, content that was going to be created down the road. That's finally here. Really, I mean, there's been a couple good ones, but...
It's absolutely true.
That's just how they see all of us, as bug food. If we don't stop them now, they'll turn this planet into a total wasteland, even more than it already is. We're getting into that floating building, Alyx. If we never come out, if this is goodbye, just keep fighting.
You know, beardy, baldy bros are the best. Wonder Rob. You know, I told a customer today, I was telling her about glue strip for roaches. I was telling her how sticky they are. because they're so sticky, and because she has this little dog, and it's, you know, very fluffy, furry. And I told her to be careful, you know, with them. And I said, because I got to be careful with them around me, because if you want to see me cry, a grown man cry, if I got that stuck on my beard, I probably would cry. Because I don't know how you'd get it out without cutting it. Or I'd walk around with it on my face until it broke away, I guess, maybe. That'd be cool.
Yeah, they want me to walk into that light. I don't want to do it, man. I want to get in that building.
Maybe that's how you get in. You gotta go.
On the gnome, though.
Are you gonna take it with you?
Nope.
Nope. It's like, I ain't doing that foolishness. Come into the light, Carol Ann.
I guess we have to. Wow. But what you're saying is true, and I've been debating with myself. Roots, I'm the master of it, a master debater. But I've been debating with myself. You know, we're doing the mod awards, right? And I feel like those are going to be probably the most important awards we name this year, because this year has been largely defined by the modders. Should we do a specific award category for stuff like this? Because Half-Life modding is not like what Prey Dog and Luke Ross does, right? This is sanctioned modding by an open source engine, you know, that people work within. It's not the same thing as people just hacking into a game and making it into something new. So do we do a specific category for user created mods? And if so, what does that entail? I mean, we have Half-Life, but then we have Dreams, we have Rec Room, we have VR Chat. Is that all the same thing?
I would imagine so. This is the thing, there absolutely needs to be, because like you said, it's different. It's different than, like, even the Half-Life 2 mod that is on Steam isn't this. These people are creating their own content inside the engine with the, you know what I mean? It's different. It definitely needs its own category.
They've been given dev tools by the devs, right?
Right, and assets, and, you know, everything that you need to make your own content within the content. But there definitely should be an award category for it, but it should be separate. You almost could do one for Half-Life itself with as much stuff that came out, but I think it probably would be better to include every platform, because there is a lot of other stuff out there, right?
Yeah, it'd be a weird thing, man, because I feel like most of the stuff that I've played this year has been, you know, Half-Life Alyx mods. Like, I haven't done a lot of Dreams, haven't done a whole lot of Rec Room or any of this other stuff, which all should be included, but I wouldn't even know what to nominate. Like,
Right.
For me, it would come down to like a contest between this, the Gunman contracts, and the Return to Rapture, because that's what I've played this year.
So what we do is we open it up to the community and have them tell us what is their favorite mod of this nature, and then
Good idea.
yeah, because we don't even have time to go into all of them, but maybe we could go into like the top 5 that people recommend.
Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and say right now, if anyone has...
Just continue to live, Alyx.
Hold on.
Got it. I'm already headed out on foot.
It's like, here, let me
Russell
show
was
you that.
talking.
Oh, well, you know, Russell. Nice to interrupt.
But anybody who has suggestions of games we should check out that have been released this year, okay? Only 2022 releases. Stuff in Rec Room that we should check out. Stuff in, what was the other one I said, Roots? I said another one.
Dreams, VR Chat.
VR
even
Chat,
Horizon.
yeah.
Even Horizon, supposedly. I know Creeper
Yeah,
Betty's
stuff that's
working on
come
all
out this
sorts of
year.
stuff.
There's got to be good stuff, man. Don't just tell me about your friend's thing that you thought was pretty cool. We're talking about something that can
Mind-blowing.
rival this, that would really impress us. If you have anything like that, leave a comment down below. Let us know so we can check it out.
Absolutely. And Salvador says What's up, everyone? How's it going so far? Throwing a $5 spot. We appreciate you, Salvador. It's going good. Internet's strong, green signal, and yeah, that's good. Everything's good. Everything's right in the world.
But the music's changing. I don't have any freaking ammo yet, dude.
That doesn't sound like a
Don't
good
shoot
scenario.
me, you prick.
Braxbro says, can we include Minecraft mod? I don't think so. This is the thing. Is anybody playing Minecraft VR? I loved Minecraft VR, but when I've tried to do it, from the app that's on the Oculus store, I think it gives me errors or issues, or the last couple times I've tried.
Dude, you really forget just how crazy detailed this game is until you get into it again. It's been so long.
But if there's like Minecraft mods out there that are like inside those engines, like VR chat or whatever, and it's really good, absolutely. I mean, it really doesn't matter what genre or
man?
whatever it is. It could be, you know, as long as it's really cool.
Oh, we gotta find some ammo. That asshole was shooting at me.
Wes is getting stressed here, and I'm just chilling. This is the beauty of being on the outside here. What? I just get to watch Wes. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's not ammo. You're finding all sorts of resin though. I'm assuming they look at the lighting there, the reflections on the ground. That looks really good, just from a passing view.
Yeah, it's crazy good. Visually impressive. Makes me even all that much more excited to check out.
I think I can reroute this with my multi-tool.
Yes, we know.
Dude, think about this, Wes. How good? I mean, yeah, Hubris is going to be amazing. Think about how good this looks, and think about how it's going to be shit compared to how good the PSVR 2 looks. Like if that headset looks this good, like when you have legit AAA games being pushed behind it, and the optimization and the lenses and everything that's
OLED, bro. OLED. HDR OLED. That's a first.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, like as much resolution as this headset has, it is still at the end of the day an LCD panel, and it doesn't have local dimming. It's just a regular fast switch LCD. Getting an HDR OLED is going to be a different thing, and I don't think people quite understand what that means just yet, but it won't be long now.
Yeah.
Before they find out.
Do you think they'll have Minecraft VR on launch?
I don't know.
That would be cool, because Braxbro.
Was Minecraft not on Quest yet? That's just like stupid.
I don't understand either. Because I guess Roblox is kind of the new Minecraft, even though Minecraft is amazing. Braxbro says Minecraft is scary in VR, but they have the life-size characters. I'll tell you what, my very first VR game I ever played, outside of that robot thing on the Oculus Rift S, or Rift, I guess, was Minecraft VR, and it was cool. I went into that room. This is what happened. I opened it up, and I was running around doing, my guy was running around, and I was thinking, this looks just the same. And then I realized I was looking at a Minecraft TV. I was in a Minecraft room. I looked around, I was like, oh my God. Like everything was Minecraft. I was watching my guy run around on the Minecraft TV, and then it said press Y or whatever. And I pushed it, and I zoomed into the thing, and then I was in the world, and I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome, dude. It was cool. I really think Minecraft in VR is awesome.
You think if we got Minecraft on PS5 that they would give us the RTX Minecraft with all the ray tracing and stuff?
Oh, that would be amazing. Because it looks so good. Like so realistic, right?
Yeah, it does. It looks pretty awesome. We're just doing a basic Half-Life Alyx rerouting exercise here to get that power turned on. No challenge to it, just something to occupy your hands for a minute.
Yeah.
All right, but we got the lights on. What's that mean for us? I don't know. Oh, the door's open now. Making sure. I need some ammo.
You still haven't found ammo yet? Why are they?
No
They're
ammo
really
yet.
keeping you on your toes, right? They don't want you to. I mean, you really haven't encountered anybody except for that one person shooting at you, but for all you know, it might have been designed just to freak you out, right? Like you were never gonna get
To be
hit.
honest, I kind of like scarcity of ammo. It makes it so that you can't just blast your way out of every problem. You have to be careful, conservative.
How about some ammo? That sounds
Yeah,
good.
some
right?
would be
Some
good.
ammo would be nice. Having one clip, just one clip to feel like you have something to defend yourself is kind of nice. Tatum says, I feel there's a head crab in someone's future. Yeah, I feel like it's coming any second.
You know whose feature that it is in?
My mom!
Oh, yeah. She's coming any second with head. Never.
City 17. Well, we got some VHS tapes and some beer. Sounds like a party.
So you passed out, you got stoned and passed out in VR in Skyrim and woke up and was like, where are you? That was funny. I'll tell you what, I've never fallen asleep in VR, but I could see if you're really tired.
You want to see the big difference between Quest games and PC games? Look at this. Ooh,
Oh my God.
crazy, right?
Doors, stuff inside it. Every drawer
Look
opens.
at that. Oh, it's crazy.
You know what?
Nuts.
You want to see the difference between a game made by Valve and a game made by Stress Level Zero? Open that drawer and watch the table not come flying at you.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm surprised they didn't fix that, Wes. Like we told them, they just didn't listen.
They don't care. They don't respect our opinion.
Nah, they don't. I guarantee they don't. They probably, if they ever.
Guys like that make games for themselves, and then they sell them to other people
Yeah.
for a living.
I'll tell you what. Thank God, because their game is good. I need to get back into that Bone Lab.
Yeah, we have to. We're running out of time, bro.
I want to do that. Well, see, this is the thing. I think I might like Bone Lab. Certain games, I'm gonna start picking and start streaming them because then that'll.
Oh, look at that.
That'll be an easy way to get back in there. Bone Lab was one of them. We have access. Isn't that cross-buy or no?
Yeah. Bone Lab is crossbuy.
Yeah, because I want to play it on the PC.
Pretty sure it is. Yeah. Even if it's not, I think we definitely have both versions. I can't remember if we had it through crossbuy, if we just bought both of them, but we definitely have both of them. There's not a huge difference, honestly. There's not a huge difference between the two versions of that game.
Yeah, true.
At least in what I've played of it. There's certainly more that we need to get to, but the beginning levels were very similar.
For me, it's, I mean, the lighting, everything that adds up. It may not be that much different texturally or whatever, but you know, when I go into, like when I went into I don't even know how much I can say. As the other game that we just talked about, I cranked everything up, ultra, and then I slid the. They've got a thing for extra. You could in-game tweaking the graphics, right, or turning up that pixel density. I turned it up 20% and ran great. Looked amazing.
Attica. The picture of a chair, a bench.
Do you ever do that? You like stop and admire the artwork in the game?
Like every time.
Or
One of the things I actually thought was cool in Saints and Sinners was some of the artwork on the walls in these French Quarter buildings was really cool looking.
I just think
very highly
buildings,
detailed. It was surprising.
The buildings were cool. The difference in things, and like you said, the different layers, the levels of, like every building you went in had two, or you kept going up and down, and there's a lot of real estate, a lot of places to go.
A lot of secret passageways, like holes in the wall and all the crevices you can sneak through.
Yep.
Pretty cool. Got plenty of resin. I wonder if I can make ammo out of resin.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. You usually use resin for weapons, right? What do you need your weapon for?
Right.
You know, like, what do you get in the
Man,
resin?
This is fucking beautiful. This reminds me of Resident Evil, maybe Village, one of the Resident Evil games.
That's
You get
why
it on
I
the
don't.
roof like this.
I don't think, as amazing as this looks, I don't think people realize, and I think Mike from Virtual Reality Oasis has said it to other people in communities and stuff about how amazing this is. All third-hand knowledge to me. How amazing and blown away that he was from these games and the PSVR 2, right? And so
Right.
I don't think people realize how good it's going to look, how much better it's going to look than even Half-Life Alyx. So
Can I climb around this? Can't grab that, my hand goes through it. Can I walk through it? Can't walk through it. Oh yeah, I forgot I can jump. Duh. Can I jump over there? Can't jump around there. Let me see if I can. Can't even jump back up there.
no, this doesn't.
Crap.
They want you going down.
I know, I wanted to go over there though. There's like a bridge or something that I could have walked across. But I didn't think to try to jump down there, and now I can't even get back up to.
Yeah, but if you jump down there, you might not have been able to get down here.
That's true.
I think it's games leading you this way, right? Well, watch out for the train. I saw it in the trailer. Oh god, dude. Wes is like, fuck this, man. I'm going on the other side.
Train.
That thing came barreling down.
You know who loves it when the train runs?
My mom!
She gets pissed when it's over.
That's right. The time is now. Vodka, vodka. If there ever was a time to go in hard on the vodka, I think it is now.
Yeah, I agree. One thing I hate about, I guess, like, in the games like Dying Light and stuff,
Oh,
there's so much you can do and go to, right? Like, everywhere. You can go everywhere. Like, there's no limitations mostly. And that's the only thing that I hate about certain games like this. It's like, you can go everywhere that they let you go. And, like, you should be able to jump down anywhere, you know?
you know what this is, Ruuts?
I do not.
This
Ammo?
is 4 clips.
Nice. It's a 4. So now you got 5 clips. You went from 0
right.
to 5. That's good.
Now we can kill these bastards. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And open locks. The old-fashioned way.
How convenient that you actually you got your weapon now. That you got. Like, now you know there's gonna be enemies soon. That was the
Oh
thing.
yeah, the
It looked like
sound
this.
changed immediately when I picked the clip up. The siren went off. Really?
Really. I'll tell you what. It's
Yeah.
really from the trailer. It's action packed. And they're giving you clips left and right now. So this tells me things are about to get crazy.
Oh look, there they are. Not today, bro.
I can't believe you got to use your hands. It's like a baby's toy. Neuralink in 6 months. You won't need to use your hand.
Oh, look at him limping over there. Running away like a pussy. How do I run? There's got to be a way for me to run, right?
Yeah, so what'll probably end up happening is you know, when they get the exclusives you want, and you do get it eventually, you'll play, you know, whatever ones you want to play on the PSVR. That you'll deal with the cord, and then you'll play everything else on the Quest when you're wireless. But I'm betting Sony comes out with an adapter for wireless VR within a year. But we'll see. I don't know much about the technology or what that would take. So it's just me talking outside my ass. But if it can be done, I don't see why they don't. At least, you know, some kind of dongle that you plug in,
Shit, man.
adapter
Whips
that
suck.
lets you go wireless. Then it'll be set.
Go too far.
But you know what's funny is like I knock the wire's more important to me for the fidelity and the AAA level. But like especially my early days, like I've got hooks on my ceiling. I was obsessed with trying to get rid of that tether. Now I don't care, but I understand when people do care, because I did at one point. You go, oh hey, look at that ride. That's actually, that person looks pretty damn good, right?
Yes, sir. Crazy.
It is crazy. You can take the gnome with you. Can you take that person?
That would be very difficult.
I'm trying to drag him by his foot. I think it would be very, very difficult.
And this might be a thing with the G2, but I can't run. Like I can use the jump to move around quick, but I can't run.
Yes. Okay. So that it's kind of funny that you said that. Awesome Tatum was asking how the controller tracking on the new G2 is. Can you notice a difference, or?
Well, to be honest, there was only really a few very limited applications in which I felt a difference to begin with. And I don't think this was one of them. I think Population 1 comes to mind. That's a game I probably should try out, because it's definitely noticeable in that game, but really not so much in Half-Life Alyx. Everything works great in Half-Life Alyx. Like you can see with the, the throwing, the catching, everything's good. Seamless.
Except for running.
Well, I don't know if maybe it's something with this specific mod, because I could run before.
That's true. I guess you would have to try one version or something, huh?
Maybe I need to check my controller binding. Boom!
Hey Braxby, you have a good night, or good morning, or good afternoon. Appreciate you.
Oh crap, he killed me.
Wonder Rob says I have a bunch of headsets, use each one for different stuff. Yeah, absolutely. That's the beauty of having multiple headsets, is you have access to different libraries or different experiences. Like Wes was saying about Eye of the Temple. We were talking about that last night, and Dee was saying that she was talking about, she did play it wirelessly with the Airlink, but it's a game that should be on Quest, right? You'd think.
I have a custom binding on. I'm going to try to change that to default, if it'll let me.
Yeah, Wolvie says, but can you put your hands down to your sides? That's a good question, Wolvie. And I noticed that even with the Quest 2, I've been like playing walkabout mini golf. There's many times I have my arm in a certain way, and apparently it loses the camera. It starts doing weird shit. I got to bring my arm up and do weird stuff to get my arm back. And I thought, man, I wish I had Quest 2 control or Quest Pro controllers. Not that I need them, but for stupid stuff like that, or I guarantee aiming sights down in certain games makes a difference. As much as I would like to say it doesn't, it does.
So all these controller bindings look like left-handed bindings. I don't want to start fucking around with that. I can just walk and
Teleport.
strafe,
Yeah.
Yeah, teleport. There is no default, I guess. I guess you have to do a custom binding for this game. All right, back to it.
It is new, right?
The game.
So.
All right, so we need to use a grenade on that ass. So he's too big.
He's too tough. Loading in.
It's coming back on. My screens are coming back on anyway.
Yeah, I was just like I didn't have any picture there for a minute.
I can hear it. I don't see it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I see something now. A little bit of movement or something.
Okay. All right. You should be able to see it. Like it's coming through on my screen, just not on my headset.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't.
Let's see here. Can I bring menus up? I can bring up the WMR menu. I can't bring up the Steam VR menu. This is weird. All right. Apologize for the jank, ladies and gents. Should just take me a minute here to.
What's funny is it perfectly coincided while I turned my camera off for a second, and then yours. So I was like, oh, did I do something? But no. What's up, Genetic Blasphemy? How you doing? I was hiding for a second. Every once in a while, I will hide.
You know, some kind of thing with Steam VR. As soon as I close Steam VR, my headset snapped right back in.
That's weird.
We're just gonna reopen it.
Yeah, I was gone. I was Colorado timing it for a second. I'm back. I'm here. The Wolfie says he's grabbing Quest Pro controllers as soon as possible for sure for tracking and haptics. Just need grips and gun stocks for him. Yeah, I'm sure Tass is making those for sure. That's the one thing that out of the, it's funny because remember the Valve Index? It was the opposite. The controllers is what everybody wanted, and it was the headset that ended up being good, and the controllers ended up being crap. And now the Quest Pro is just ridiculously priced. I mean, it's good, I guess, but controllers are actually, I think, worth what they're charging. But
yeah, so are you getting picture and sound and everything now?
I'm getting sound, but no picture.
Okay, hold on.
There we go. I got picture now. Oh, actually, I get it now. It's your
Yeah, I killed it. Hold on.
There we go.
There you go.
Hey.
We did it!
We're back. With another empty gun. I guess it took us back. Well, look at this. What is that?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Just a little floating Half-Life symbol.
Just chilling.
Yeah, keep squatting. You guys keep seeing me do this deal right here. It's because I keep pushing on the left stick trying to run. Just out of habit.
So that means that they've just got it mapped weird, huh?
Yeah. You hear that siren? Big Papa Pump's coming. Better watch out. Everybody grab your girlfriend. Run and hide.
Unfortunately, I can't hear. This is one thing that sucks. I know there's a way to do it where I could hear what you're hearing.
Well, it won't let me jump over there. At least we gotta try this time.
Not letting you, is it?
Oh, but we tried.
Train!
At least you know now that you weren't supposed to go that way. I bet that if this was on the PSVR 2, you'd be able to feel like rumbling on your face and like something was whizzing by you.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, 1500 is way out of my price range as well, Wolvie. I guess. It's just ridiculous. I gotta eat, you know?
It is ridiculous. See, I shouldn't be able to empty a clip into this bastard and have him sit there and look at me.
Oh, you were gonna grenade it.
Not that guy.
Oh,
The guy that killed me.
they all look the same. Is that racist?
It's definitely bigoted.
That's not
Oh, there's this thing. We never even opened this before.
What is it? Oh, yeah.
It's a locker. Normally has the ammo and stuff in it.
I think you would probably would have survived if you would have done this.
Aha. More ammo, more health.
You're set.
That definitely helps.
Can't believe you skipped that before. That's crazy.
I blame you.
It was my fault.
Distracted me, yeah.
You know who else likes to whiz by you?
My mom!
By you, on you, whatever. Whatever it takes.
Damn, he keeps hitting me. Rude.
I think that is rude.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, can't blame me for what she's into. I'll tell you what, man, you're getting a lot of ammo. I mean, I've seen you pick up like 10 now. 10 clips.
Yeah, I've got the clips are going fast though. It seems like I'm only getting like half of the shots that the thing counts. Maybe it's just something mental and it seems weird, but it seems like they go quickly.
Well,
Maybe I got them all in there.
I like how it flashes red when you're out of ammo. You gotta change it, the thing.
You guys got any grenades or anything for me?
No, he's lame. Jerk. We deserve to die.
I agree with that. I don't think they have anything, bro. Not this time.
So what's the premise in this story, Wes?
I don't know. We were talking through a lot of that.
Oh,
They wanted us to get into some kind of floating building. Some of our friends went in to get into it, and they never came back.
you are going through bullets pretty fast.
That was the one that killed me last time. We got him. I can't reach the thing to get in there and look for stuff. Shenanigans. So the sound changed, so something's different. Maybe they're all dead now in this part. You'd think when you saw a pile of your dead friends here that this was not where you would go. Are we still here?
Yep.
Okay. I'll make sure I didn't lose you again. I lost my chat. I need to put them back in here. Hold on.
Genetic Blasphemy says, "Is this a mod or an official DLC?" This is a mod through the Half-Life Alyx thing, but it's a official DLC through the mod. The mod? I don't know. Q2C VR Gamer says, "Holy crap, are you guys still on? It's 9 a.m., yo. Early, man.
Of course.
It's early. We didn't even, what time did we start?
It was about 10
It's like 11
here.
or 1 a.m. or something.
And this theme is acting like super shaky when I get out of the game. It's fine in the game, but when I go into the menu, it's like jittery.
Do you ever find anything in the cars?
Like this?
Yeah, like that clip. This is how I think every game should be in VR.
I agree.
Like, if
To some extent.
if there's car doors, I should be able to open them, even if there's nothing in there. If there's phones on the wall, I should be able to pick up a payphone. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the difference between a AAA game and a really good game.
There shouldn't be doors that don't have doorknobs on them. At least if there is one, it's like a abnormal thing. Most doors have knobs.
Right. Maybe locked, but there's still a knob.
All right. And these cars look real, dude.
Think about how good they're gonna look at Unreal Engine 5. Some of those videos I've seen where it looks like legit real cars, right? Real buildings.
I want them to remake Fallout 4 and make it look like this. You know, they're doing a next-gen update for the flat Fallout 4.
Really? You're gonna fix the VR version too?
I think that they should, and I think that they should put it on PlayStation VR too.
Well, they
while
may.
they're at it.
Yeah. Yeah, you haven't played Fallout 2 Fallout for a long time. Fallout 4.
It's not for lack of wanting to. I was just so busy with all the other shit, man. I just haven't had time. I really enjoy it. I have a blast every time I play it.
Hey, what's up, Z-Storm?
And people like watching me play it too. It's not just even that it's just fun. That people like seeing it.
Yeah.
Just, I have time, man. I haven't been streaming anything hardly.
Well, what you need to do is some of those games that you need to go back into. Perfect reason to stream. You got to go in anyway, right?
Yeah. That's right. Seems like I should be climbing up this.
Will let you teleport up there? No.
I don't think so. Keep finding stuff though, like this.
More resin. We have so much resin, you haven't found a machine yet.
Like that one there?
Yeah. How many do you have?
Oh yeah, I have no idea. It's ammo. I don't know. There's no phone routes.
That's
Bullshit.
Somebody
There's
ripped
some
it off.
ammo. Backpack only stores full mag. Oh, that's one of the ones I dropped. Still had a bullet left in it. What are we missing? We're missing something. Of course, we can't climb up that. Look how steep it is. We'd never make it up that.
There's no way. So impossible.
Maybe we won. Maybe we beat the game, Ruuts.
This is it. We did it.
We killed it. That was the boss fight. There's another resin.
You had all this resin. There's nothing else. Nothing to use it for.
No, I gotta get up there. It's gotta be it. We're through one of these blue panels. There's stairs. See, they say there's stairs. They go down.
You don't have any, there's nowhere to turn any power on, or?
I don't see it, man.
Nowhere to climb?
There's a ladder right there. Can I get that down?
This is how I felt in that PC version of The Walking Dead, trying to climb up that zombie.
This is where it hurts the game to be super immersive. Because when you feel like you can do anything in a game, and then you get here and you can't do something, it really sticks out, you know?
Right.
Maybe this is a puzzle. I just haven't figured that out yet.
And the frustration of not being able to know where to go. Just, it's amplified in VR.
If there's ladders here, I feel like I should be able to get those down.
Is there a pole? I mean, I don't know. I can't remember in this game. Is there a lot of climbing, or?
I mean, there's some. I'm really kind of lost here, though, what I'm supposed to be doing.
You got a jetpack? Genetic Blasphemy wants to know.
Yeah, right. I can get up on these garbage bags.
You can't teleport up there, huh?
No, not yet. I can't push those boxes down either. All right, folks, I'm open to suggestions here. I don't know what I'm missing, but I'm clearly missing something.
Anybody see something? Look around. You could craft a rudimentary lathe.
There's an open door up there. That's clearly it. I gotta climb this thing.
It's probably really easy.
I'm sure. It's always really easy.
And you were able to teleport on that. You can't teleport down on the other side of it, to the left.
What do you mean?
Well, on this, right. There's no way to get up from there, because it looks like, if you look at the scaffolding, right, there's a way to, oh, maybe.
I can move these.
Oh, maybe you can stack them or something.
You just won't let me in this area back here.
So weird.
It won't let me jump on this one back here.
Can you grab it? No. Can they stack on top of each other or no?
I'm about to find out. I'm sure this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not above cheesing it. It's good. Now it feels like I'm playing Boneworks.
Hey, oh, stay up there, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
I just don't understand how. I mean, how do you get up? Why won't it just let you get up there? This is.
There's another way, man. We just don't see it. All right, let's read the chat. What's the chat say? Says, holy crap, it's still 9 a.m. Is that the last thing? It can't be, right?
No. Nah, Tom Flesh Eater Gaming says it's always something so dumb in front of you. Wolvie says probably something simple. Yeah, just not seeing it.
It always is something simple, right? I didn't want to waste ammo, but I'm going to try to start shooting stuff, I guess. What else can I do? That's not it. Let's backtrack a little bit. Here's on the back side of both of those blue barriers. Oh, I'm trapped in here now. Can't go back.
You really have to go this way.
Can't walk through this little shrub here. Blocking me. Got some more resin.
That means you haven't been this way. Right?
I have been this way, I just didn't look down over there. I feel like a dunce right now, man.
Well, if I was in there, I'd be. This is the thing. I'm just wandering around. It gets frustrating, right? I just wish I had a normal jump button, like Gambit or something, right?
Yeah.
Teleport's nice, but you can only go where you want, where it tells you you can go.
Am I trapped? Did I trap myself back here?
Can you climb the drain pipe?
I got. The mantle, push and hold while moving.
Mantle.
Tell me, push in the thumbstick and hold it while I'm moving.
It's a mantle to grab or climb up on stuff? Is that what it's telling you?
I guess.
Try that by the scaffold.
I think maybe this is a controller binding thing.
Maybe. I mean, are you able to climb up on other stuff? Have you climbed anything yet?
I'm just getting frustrated now. I'm walking in circles. Mantle. That means to like scale something like that, right? Yeah, that's what it is. See, I just did it.
So can you scale up that thing?
Not here, not that. Can't get close enough to that to do anything. And I don't fucking know. Alright, I don't know what to do here, man. I'm stuck. I feel stupid because I know I shouldn't be stuck. This is like the first level.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel stupid there. I mean, I think there's probably, oh man, something we're missing.
You go underground there, it looks like.
Is there any, there's nothing on the walls that...
Hold on. Trace that out. Hey, look here.
Oh my God.
What is this? Button?
Probably open one of those shields. Going downstairs, like you were saying, those stairs going down.
We called that ship over here. And there goes another one. Oh, the thing's open over there now.
Going downstairs.
Oh man, I was about to give up.
That's crazy.
I'm glad I figured it out. We did it.
We did it.
We did it!
I'm gonna cut that out in post. Make it seem like I figured it out quick. How many extra resin did we get though for our trouble there? We got like
That's
5
true.
more, 6 more.
It just shows you never give up, right?
It's what John Cena would say.
Yeah. We'll probably do it in Mandarin as he was apologizing. I'm not big on puzzles either, Wolvie, especially in VR, because of exactly what was happening to us.
That wasn't that was a hidden button. It wasn't even a puzzle. It was like, did you notice that there's a cable on the ground? You might want to trace it out.
What's funny is you could easily notice that button, like just by seeing it. You just didn't, right? And so you came having to find it that way.
Well, it looked like a dead end over there.
Report counter behavior to a civil protection team immediately.
Oh, we made it out of the first chapter.
Oh my God. That was a full chapter?
Yeah, 1 of 4. Oh, wait a minute. No, there's 4 like acts, but there was something like 7 or 8 different like levels.
Salvador, have a good night.
Good night, Salvador. Thanks for stopping by, friend.
Salvadore.
We get our flashlight? Nope.
Dark.
Look at that.
Can't see shit.
Cool music. Here we go. Oh, looky what I found.
Oh, your machine, finally.
Well, I actually kind of like these puzzles. You have to kind of get all the things in line. Move this other one around here and see what we can do with it. So that one definitely goes there.
Like trial and error,
That
right?
one.
You start to figure it out.
Yeah.
These puzzles, dude, what is happening?
Seems like there's more dots than there should be.
Yeah.
Alright, which one are we missing? We got them all but one here.
Wait, is there another blue sphere to the left there? It's not, you're not using? I thought I saw one there.
No.
No.
Alright, let's see. Which one are we not getting in the picture here? I'm failing to see it. This? Like we got all the little orbs that we're supposed to be getting. Oh, wait a minute. Is that one? Yeah, that one's blue too. Where's the one that we're missing? Just this little dot here. Okay. Had to move it a little bit. That was weird.
We did it.
What do we got here? Reflex sights, burst fire, bullet reservoir,
Those are
laser
expensive.
sights. Yeah. Like the reflex sight, just for shits and giggles. Do it up. Oh yeah. Did we kill it just for like a half a heart, Ruuts?
Well, I don't know. Oh, fuck this. That. You're gonna come back through this area again? Is the question, right? Plus, it still sits there, right? Like you can still come back and heal.
To it. Shotgun shells.
Alyx, there you are. Don't report me for jumping over the turnstiles, okay? I can't afford another ticket. Look what I brought you. A shotgun. Wait a minute. Is that, Combine? You mean I actually get to use this thing? say hello to my little friend. Ow, my face. Wow, she has quite a bit of recoil. I'm going to stick to coding. You better take this.
Russell's just sitting in there in this place.
Oh, and Alyx, Barry
Yep,
and Maya
I'm
are
waiting
in
for
way
us.
over their heads in Sector X, right? But it looks like they're onto something. Is that a grenade? Yeah, that's a grenade. Good luck, Alyx. Uh-oh.
Looks like we can only put 2 shells at a time in this one. I guess we need to get the upgrade or whatever to make it into the cool shotgun that holds more than 1 or more than 2.
I forgot how cool that sight is.
Yeah, it's helpful. I don't like a lot of this stuff. I typically don't like burst fire in any game. I think it wastes ammo. But I do like reflex sights.
I think that's exactly what those jars, the grubs are. They have neural links, and they're actually what humanity has become. Let's squash it to heal you. Was that
Never gets old.
Somebody's tank?
Yeah. Oh, I'm about to die.
Go back to that healing spot thing.
Yep. Oh, shenanigans. It won't let me back through the door.
And it's right there, right? You can see it.
That helped.
It's funny, as we were saying, where you go? Let's go back. No. We were wrong. Yeah, it would be hard to shoot the tanks without that reticle, right? That reflex sight. From that distance.
More difficult. I had 1 bullet left in my clip. Luckily, that's all I needed. That was like an Indiana Jones kill. We just walk up and shoot him once in the back.
Nick, the Game Cat House, says, I'm here. What's up?
What's up, Nick? Good to see you, friend.
Wes is playing Half-Life Alyx Levitation.
Found another one. We actually found it this time, Ruuts, right away.
Now that you know what to look for, right?
We know what the game is now.
Yeah. That was like having a password on there that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just pull it straight up. You're good.
Right, 3 clips for that trouble. A little bit of nothing. More shotgun shells. Look at this.
Where's all the resin?
Well, I'm sure it's here. I just haven't looked for it. What is this?
Yeah, where's the turn thing? Oh.
Gonna trace this one out backwards. Okay, God.
It's too much here. There we go.
They keep fooling me with all these ladders, Roots, making me think I need to climb places when I don't.
Oh, Nick says
rude.
that is rude. He bought Half-Life Alyx during Black Friday sale. Good
Nice, bro.
good call. This is DLC. Well, it's not DLC, but it's created by, I guess it's fan created, right?
Yeah, it's fan made in with dev tools that were shared with the public.
Yeah, and then the source too. So it's
Well, look here.
all you have to do is go into the Steam community thing, and you can actually download this mod by yourself. There you go.
You know, it's interesting, Rich, that here we sit at the end of 2022, a relatively quiet year compared to what our expectations were. And what are we playing at the end of 2022 or talking about? We're talking about Half-Life Alyx and The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about at the end of 2020.
That's funny, huh?
Same exact thing. Yeah. Just goes to show you we've been in kind of a holding pattern here with the Quest generation with regards to, you know, high-end gaming. It's been in limbo for a long time.
That's why the mods played such a pivotal role this year, because they've opened up a lot of people's eyes, mine even included, of what I want.
I'm stuck in here
VR.
now. I shoot these dudes?
It doesn't look
Nope.
like it.
Can't turn the thing back off either.
Can you take out one of those fuses, or?
I hit this button maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Oh, there's a door.
Or go out the door. That's what I'm saying. Those shots are really made easier with that reticle, right?
Yep. Makes it a lot easier. Once again, they're dicking me out of going back to our plug machine.
Rude.
Oh crap. Where'd he go? Oh, Sam.
Hiding.
Gotcha. How much ammo I have left? 30
getting
shots. Yeah. It's alright though, we're on the other side of a pile of dead bodies, so that means we win. Oh, look what he is. Is that something I can keep? No, I thought that was some ammo for a minute. Like that. Or that. We still have our shotgun we can fall back on now too. I haven't even started using it yet. Just been collecting ammo for it. But you know me, I prefer the ranged weapons. Something that I don't have to reload every 2 shots.
Well, you can take people out before they even know you're there.
I mean, it's dangerous getting close to these guys, especially dudes like this with machine gun.
How come you can't pick up his
Chain
machine gun?
Yeah, that's a good question. VR game devs, why can't we pick up their guns?
Yeah.
How come every time you kill somebody on Saints and Sinners, their gun's broken? That's like not what happens.
I got excited. I saw I killed a machine gun guy. Bounced off the roof and fell down. I ran over there and it was broken. I was like, fuck, man.
Every now and then you'll get one that doesn't break, but like 19 out of 20 of them are broken.
Yeah, I guess I just don't want it to make it that easy, right? Just go find a guy with a machine gun, kill him, and now you got a machine gun.
This is weird. Look at this.
Well, that's different.
So we have to get them all behind the, or under the spear here, and
That's the first time I've seen an actual new type of puzzle.
oh, you got to memorize it. Oh shit! I only looked at the one. It was a guess. That's not it. Oh, it's because of the wall. Hold on. Oh, we got that one. Okay, how many spots do we have left? Let's say that this one goes here. Yeah, we got that one wrong. Alright, fine.
There should be some kind of penalty for not getting it right. Like, you got to wait an extra week for your PSVR 2.
Oh no!
Wes would be like, oh god, I'm really paying attention.
We did it.
What are your thoughts on Switchback being 40? Does that make you nervous, or you're just glad it's
No, it
cheaper?
makes me, and we talked about this earlier, it makes me confident because do you remember Ruuts? After they did Rush of Blood, they did another game. They did a game called The Inpatient. And The Inpatient got destroyed in reviews. And the reason why is because they launched it for $40 and nobody thought it was a $40 game. So people didn't give that game any credit for what it actually did have going for it. It was a decent game. It wasn't a $40 game, but it was a decent game. But it got review bombed to hell because of that $40 price tag. And they know that, right? They know that. They remember it vividly, I'm quite sure. So I don't think they'd be putting $40 on this if it wasn't a $40 game.
Well, I was thinking maybe if it was a really good game, they would start falling in line with. Because AAA games, they're not, I mean, they've been the same price for decades. But the work that it takes to put into them has increased for everybody. So at some point, you know, outside of subsidizations, which is probably what happens for something like Switchback, there's no way you could make money on it with that kind of production for $40, right? Unless Sony's paying.
here's the thing, man. Like, AAA games are $60. And this, again, I hate to rehash what we talked about earlier on the Gamescast, but it seems like in the mind of VR gamers, like if it's not a $60 game, people are fine paying with $60 for a game. But if it's not a $60 game, they all expect it to be 25 or 30. It's like there's no room for $40 games. People expect $40 games to be $60 games, and that's not realistic. I think that this is going to be a $40 game, which means it's going to be awesome while it lasts, but it's probably going to last about 5 or 6 hours.
Not gonna be the longest game, yeah.
That's what I think. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be better than Rush of Blood. And I think that Rush of Blood is one of the best games on PSVR.
Well, I said a Rush of Blood. I would love to play that just remastered through the headset, because because it's such an amazing environment, right? But now we're going to get new environments in the same type of game. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and plus all the bells and whistles for PSVR too.
That Callisto Protocol is $70 on PS5. G says.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of conflicted with Callisto Protocol because I can rent it from GameFly and play it on PS5, but I don't want to do that because it's coming to Steam. And if it's coming to Steam, that means I can reshade it. That means Luke Ross can put it into VR.
Right.
Like, I don't want to play it flat. And I don't want to pay $70 for it either, though, is the thing. So, I don't know. I might wait. Well, yeah, I'll probably... Like, before it was $70. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. It might be on Game Pass.
Yeah.
My plan initially was just to pick it up and try to mod it in myself with Reshade or whatever. But if it's $70, what I'll do is I'll just wait for someone else to do it and confirm that it's good, and then I'll...
Then you do it, and it'll be on sale. Usually games don't, 6 months, 3 months. He will tell you. She's picking. She's already pre-ordered it. I don't even. I still haven't even seen gameplay of that game. I really just haven't paid attention to it. I've heard people talk about it. So I just don't care. Until eventually I will, but. Like you, I'd rather play it on my... This is the thing. This is the reality. You know, or at least for right now, once I got my 3080 Ti, and now I want to play almost everything on my PC versus PlayStation, unless then PSVR 2 comes out, right?
We'll get through there. Go this way. Well, this one's cut off too. What is this thing? Is this something? I don't think it's something. This is where we got the key. What's in here? Anything?
Hey, David Reagan says, greetings from Liverpool, England.
Well, greetings, David. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, what are we missing here, people? We need to get around this stuff. I can jump up on here and squat down, but it won't let me through the window.
Yeah, I agree, Wolvie. This is the thing. There's some really good games on Quest, but there's a lot better games on PCVR as far as, quality-wise. I would rather they just not do too many ports. I mean, if they're going to do ports, do the good ones. Edge of Nowhere, Stormland, like the big bangers. Don't bring Cosmonious Eye over. And if you are, don't make it part of a showcase. Please. Oh, it's already been done. Never mind. Filler's gonna be there. Filler's gonna be there. I just
You don't need confirmation and promotion for your filler?
No, well, and it's not even about me, you know, because I mean, it's great for the devs and it's great for that game. You know, that was, like I've said before, that was like a big deal for them, right? Huge. But this is the reality. People that don't play VR, they see that, they're like, you know, yeah, I knew VR was gimmick, without even trying it. It's like if you showed somebody what the bat, they say, hey, this is VR. You know, it's not the game to showcase. Do you think there's a chance Stormland comes to the PlayStation VR 2 on launch?
On launch, no. Do I think there's a chance it comes? Yeah, I think there's a good chance that it comes. I think there's a good chance that I'm about to be stuck again, too. Because we got, I mean, the apparent thing is it looks like I'm supposed to get in here. But there's no apparent way in. Now that we have the cable, see, I didn't let this one get by me again. There's a cable going into this room that I can't go into. And I can't go back out. As I try to go over the thing here, it won't let me vault it. Oh yeah, well, I was just doing it wrong. Let's trace this cable out.
Genetic Blasphemy says, I think people see there's a range of quality in VR. I think that's true, and I think that's not true. And to some respect, to some extent, because I talk to so many random people, and I'll just bring it up and just ask them, well, what do you think about, you know, this game in VR? Among Us VR is what I've been asking people. Have you tried it? And so many people, they don't know anything about VR, or they know what movies biggest fear is, that it's a gimmick, because I've heard that so many times. And usually if they tell me that, that's a little gimmicky, I said, well, hey, you played the which one, the PlayStation VR, or did you play the a lot of them, the Samsung phone? The one guy the other day was describing to me, oh, I played the one where you put the phone in. I was like, fuck, man, dude, you don't know what VR is, dude. That wasn't VR. And this is the danger with PlayStation VR. A lot of people didn't play the bangers. Imagine if you went into VR and you picked two shitty games, and that was all you said, fuck this. You never tried Farpoint. You never tried Rush of Blood. You never even knew any of them. So there's a whole range of people out there that really do view it as you know, when they see something like that. And the flat gaming community is ready to trash VR. And then you bring up Cosmonius High and they're like, well, yeah, I knew. I told you. What is this shit? So
the music just got cool and some words flashed up. I don't know what that means, if this is a new level or what.
I don't think it's
Pretty sure I killed a Combine officer.
I don't think it's a new level. I think you should look for a place to save in about the next 12 minutes, because we're nearing 3 hours here on the stream.
Yeah, I've just been waiting for a chapter break. And then we'll go up.
Nick the Game Cat House says, I signed up for Viveport, most of it's shovelware. Well, okay, so this is the thing about Viveport, because Viveport Infinity, there's so many amazing games on there, but if you have a lot of them, like for me, myself, it's going to be a lot of the weird games. But what I do like is there are always games that I might want to try, but I would never pay for. That you can find, what we used to call them hidden gems. Actually, we still call them hidden gems.
And so it looks like.
But there is a lot of shovelware. There's a lot of weird bullshit games on there. But that's Chinese stores, man. They have a lot of weird games in general. A lot of knockoff games that are like similar titles. Right, Wes? Like that was a lot of the ones we always looked
for. Yeah, we had a whole episodes of making fun of these Chinese Chekhov titles. Like instead of The Walking Dead, it would be like what was it? The Standing Living or something like that. Yeah, it was all they would always play on these titles just a little bit. Like instead of Richie's Plank Experience, they had one called Another Plank. You know?
And you go on and it's just as good. And it's only $1.99 or free. Genetic Blasphemy says, I don't know. All I've been hearing is positive buzz for PSVR 2. People saying frequently they plan to buy it as their first VR. I've heard that too, but I would say out of 100 people, 7 people have said they're planning on buying it. Almost everybody I've asked has either heard about it and can't afford it, or are they thinking about it maybe, or a good portion of them didn't even know it existed.
All right, so let's do a little thought experiment here. Let's be generous and say 10% of people asked, in or out of VR, 10% of people want to buy it, right? So how many of those 10% that say they're going to buy it are actually going to go through with it?
Yeah.
Okay. And now how many of those people actually have PlayStation 5? And now how many of those people actually have an invite to get a pre-order in? You know what I mean?
Right.
So even if 20% of people poll favorably for it, that probably in real life is going to equal about 8% people that actually get it,
Right. But this is where it's going to change. I think within a year of it being out, probably less, especially with the lineup that comes out, it's going to get such a buzz about it that, especially when people start streaming it and these amazing games, you're going to start seeing people wanting to get it a lot faster than anything else, because its time is prime.
Sony has showed us one exclusive from Sony, one first party exclusive. That's it. When we start seeing hybrid games and some of the other big IPs come in, it's going to sell headsets.
Yeah,
we know this. Anyway, I want to kill this dude. I've already got a save right here, but he killed me, so I feel like I have to avenge it. And after I do that, we'll go back in front of the camera and we'll say bye.
Seeking Dawn is actually a really good. I need to go back in there now that I got this new processor, because it's a really, the depth in that game, it was so far ahead of its time, even as a single game. And I got pretty far, but we never went all the way. Like I created some.
I went deep into that game, but I never beat it. I think I made it to one of the last bosses in it, but it was hard, dude. Yeah. I was by myself.
That's a really good game.
I need Ruuts.
Yeah, we should do that.
I agree.
We should revisit it. That's actually a 3-person game. We could bring Masher in. He's not like gallivanting around in England or wherever he's at now.
Oh crap! I didn't pull the slab. That's it. Bastard's down.
Oh, I thought you almost died. Oh my god. Yeah, it's a legitimate reason. Nobody. It's going to be an amazing headset, but if it doesn't have games that pull you in, why would you get it, right? I think it will. Time will tell. But I also don't think that it's going to be wired forever. But I could be wrong. I think it's going to be worth the wire.
Well, this thing does hold 7. I guess missed it earlier like a dumbass.
It holds 7 what?
7 shells. This shotgun.
Okay. Wes is like, I would have been using this for a lot longer than that, right?
Well, I was conserving it. Like I like to get a little bit of ammo built up, and then when I get faced with assholes like this guy, we can put them down quick.
So genetic blasphemy says, I saw Beardo Benjo play Cyberpunk in VR recently. It was damn incredible. And that's the thing, is like, that's why I've like been harping on AAA so much. Like these games, these mods have really kind of changed the scope of everything in my mind. And I Red Dead 2, Cyberpunk, some of these mods they're so amazing. Then you go in there and it's like, how can you go back to games that have no depth? Those are the deepest games that exist, the best games, and they're in VR and they look amazing and they play amazing.
You could try ducking, Alyx. Shame you didn't pack a helmet.
It's tough. Even what was it, Ghost Runner, right? Fucking phenomenal.
Well, we're gonna die, bro. Look at this. They're hitting us from both sides.
Can you duck down?
Look how awesome this is. I'm letting them kill me, by the way.
You can't duck
Look
down.
how they're ambushing us. That's so cool.
I think that's kind of rude.
We're gonna have to shoot through the windows on these other trains and kill the enemies. That's awesome. Anyway, I think that's it. I don't want to play through the whole thing. It looks like we're over halfway through it now, and we want to save some for the peeps, right? We don't want to ruin the whole thing. Spoil
Absolutely.
it.
Wolfie says
Anyway,
Cyberpunk is GamePod mod. I think, meh. Yeah, well, you know, to each their own. I don't. Red Dead 2. It's one of my favorite games in VR, and I never think about the fact that I'm not aiming down the sights. I'm thinking about the fact that I'm in this amazing world in a way that I never could be, and would never want to play that game again flat. It's crazy.
agree. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna come back to the camera, and we're gonna wrap it up and say goodbye to our friend.
Cool. All right, let me go to this screen. Actually, I guess I can go to this one here. Oh, it's all weird for a second. What's up, Space Dennison? Getting here for the end, bro. Bringing in the caboose. How you doing? How's your what is it, Thursday morning? But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I just, these VR mods to me have been the best games I've played in VR. If I had to have the discussion on what the best game of the year was, and it was the mods were included as the best games of the year across the board against, and it's going to be controversial because a lot of people will disagree from me and tell me I'm crazy, but against built from the ground up VR games, I would rather play Red Dead 2. I would say Red Dead 2 for me was my favorite game of the year. But it's not. It's a game that existed that was brought into VR. So it's a different category. But it's just the depth of the gameplay. D saw me the other day. I was playing. I was found a treasure map, and it was behind a waterfall. I had to go find this waterfall, and then I had to traverse into this waterfall. And then I had to try I guess it wasn't when I was in there, but trying to find that waterfall, I must have died 5 times because the rocks are slippery, Wes. And then I would go rolling, tumbling down the waterfall, and D would laugh at me as I died. And it was a little sad. No, I can't hear you. I don't know if you're muted or.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Okay.
I was saying that D likes to laugh at people. It's sort of like her
Yeah.
favorite thing to do.
That's how rude. How dare you?
How dare you?
Is my video coming in all choppy now?
Yeah, it is a little bit choppy. And then a cougar found me. And this is the thing, Wes, about that game. I heard that cougar for a second. And then my horse got spooked. It threw me off. And I tried to get to my gun, and I almost got him. That cougar fucking killed me within like 3 seconds. It was over. That thing came out of nowhere, and it took me out. And it was crazy.
I'm gonna kill my stream here and try to push it back through and see if I can
fix it.
Do away with this slideshow we've got going on here.
I don't blame you, bro.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. You know, I mean, the amazing games built from the ground up in VR. Wander is probably one of my top favorites for the game of the year, but there's other games, Saints and Sinners and other ones that are it's going to be really good discussion. But when I think about VR, when I'm like, oh man, I really want to go into a good VR game, 9 out of 10 times I'm thinking about Red Dead 2 or a modded game, because those games are ones I want to play anyway. And they're just phenomenal in VR. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy because it's not only mountain lions, man. Like there's everything. I've gotten killed by a boar. Dude, I came up on this hunter, and he was like creeping around, and I was like, what is he doing? So I started following him, right? And as I was following him around, he ended up getting attacked by a bear and killed, but I didn't know that was what happened. I just, all of a sudden he was dead, and then this bear was coming at me, and I ended up killing him. That was a good moment.
Imagine if somebody just came in on the stream for the first time ever, like 20 seconds ago. They see your beard, dude, and hear you getting attacked by bears and shit.
They're
They're gonna
like,
think we're the coolest VR guys ever.
they're like, dude, this guy is going hunting in real life and killing bear with his beard. And yeah, it's true.
Oh well, Dark Angel says, "Dang you, Blaze through." It's not very long, man. I mean, they say 3 or 4 hours, and we just did a solid 1.5 to 2 in it. So, yeah, it's not very long. I mean, it's free content from a dude. So, shout out to that dude. Good work. Pretty cool, man. Pretty top notch stuff. Feels legit like more Half-Life Alyx, which is something we say a lot when we play these mods. But we only play the good ones. So,
Well, that was
there's shitty ones out there.
That was the first mod I've seen so far that's actually incorporated the puzzles in a way that was unique to its own. With that memory thing, I mean, it was just different. It looked different, So
Yeah, and the way they hit that button, just perfect.
yeah. Well, you should have been thinking like
man.
Gambit. If you'd been in your Gambit mindset, you would have found that button in 15 minutes or seconds.
Well, what they did so effectively is they misdirect you because it looks like you're supposed to climb up that shit and go through that window. You could see through the window.
And
There's
the
like a
door's
room in
open.
there.
Yeah, that door
Yeah.
was open. Jerk.
Yeah, so I got fixated on that, and that's all I wanted to figure out is how the hell do I get up there? And we walked by that button probably 3 times without even seeing it. And then I started thinking about going in the sewers, and that's what gave it away, because then I noticed the cable when we traced the cable out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway,
Dark
we
Angel
did it.
says, between you and Yuki, I better get my game of the week on, huh? Yuki will be game of the year, right? Was that this year? It was this year, right?
Could be Mash's game of the year, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's other games that he's fallen in love with, right?
What the Bat?
What the Bat, Garden of the Sea. What else? There's a couple.
Yeah, Marineverse.
Marineverse.
That's the one.
I think Marineverse, I gotta say, will probably win some kind of award, maybe, but it probably won't be a good one. I don't know.
We'll probably be talking with Gamertag VR about that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, that's going to wrap up our show this week, friends. Again, if you didn't catch it earlier through all the madness, one more of these I think we're going to do next week. We just got review keys for Hubris, so we're going to be talking about that one a day ahead of its launch. They actually did something smart, Roots, and they let people talk about it before it hits the store, so they can be able to hype a little bit before people can go buy it.
Yeah, sometimes developers don't feel as comfortable with their game. They want people to get the game first before any word comes out, and then you can tell a good game. The good game wants you to just talk about it. Like, please talk about it. Just don't give specifics. The other ones, when it's like, don't talk, don't say shit, you kind of have to wonder.
All right, so Hubris is out next week. Gambit is out next week as well, and I think there was even something else that got announced for December 8th. So there's going to be plenty of cool stuff to talk about next week. That will wrap up our regularly scheduled episodes, and then sometime after that, most likely the following Sunday, we will get together and we will name the awards, or some of them at least. We'll name some of the award categories, talk about some of the nominees. We'll open up voting, and then we'll get the preparations and festivities underway for the 2022 show. It's coming up too fast, so we need to get on it.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. 24 hours of content all crammed into 5 or 6 probably.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
we're gonna scale it back.
We're scaling it back. We're gonna do it the right way.
We're doing quality this time instead of quantity. So we're gonna scale back the awards. We're still gonna give away a bunch of games, but we're gonna try to stick to mostly new releases. So we're not gonna be giving away games you already have this year. We're gonna be giving away new games, and yeah, man, it's going to be good. It's going to be a little more conventional than some of the shows we've done in the past, but I think, as always, we're going to do a little better than we did last time.
Absolutely, we're going to be doing a lot of mods too, right? Like some of these games that we're going to be giving away some of these mods. So, I was just thinking, if anybody wants to sponsor and help out in that, just hit me or what's up or Eric, and you know, we're gonna make this the best show ever.
Yeah, we very much appreciate your support. Again, those who donate on YouTube, those who donate on Patreon,
Couldn't do it.
crucial to what we have planned in the future. Dude, I'm kind of depressed because I got thinking, all right, so we did a reformat last year, right, with the show, redesigned everything. It was a big step up from what we were before. So we've been with that a year now. I'm thinking another year in here, and then we probably need to upgrade again. So I start thinking, okay, well, how can we upgrade? And I'll start thinking, well, we could change the format around, make it a little bit more like a professional podcast, right? And kind of do scene swaps and all the kind of stuff that the big guys do. But if we do that, we need new cameras, new lighting. We need something a little higher quality. So I started looking on Black Friday at how much cameras are. Dude, it's depressing. Like to get a decent camera, how much would you say a decent beginner 4K video streaming camera would be?
$1,500 to $2,000.
That's a prosumer. You could get a starter camera for about 1,000, a decent one that you have to make some concessions with. To get one where everything, all the boxes are checked, yeah, $1,500 to $2,000 for it, and that's not counting all the other bullshit, the gimbals, the tripods, and the lighting. You're looking at another $500 to $1,000 and all that stuff. It is insanity, and I got really depressed when I started looking at it.
Just don't get depressed, man. Just got to win the lotto. You just told me now I got to win or invest in Dogecoin or something that so we can when it goes up, then I can afford this stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, you people who are supporting us on Patreon are doing God's work. We appreciate it, and we promise one day we're going to put your money to some good use beyond what we already do with it, which is a lot. So thank you. We got a new patron this week, Ruuts.
Oh yeah, I saw that actually. I was excited. You made the new outro. That's awesome.
Yeah. Jim Perona joining the ranks. Jim Perona being a longtime viewer, finally joining the ranks and joining the club. 31 patrons we have now. I see, Roots, I see channels with 10,000 subs that don't have 31 patrons. But then again, they only get about 20 live viewers and about 5 comments on their videos too. So that 10,000, a little sus.
It's a little sus, or how good is the content? I don't know. Something's off there for sure. Varglesoft says, have I joined at the end? Morning, everyone. You have, absolutely. But guess what? That means you have the whole show to go back and enjoy. So
right, and you don't have to sit through all the jank. Like there's always jank with real-time reviews. You can just skip right on through that.
Yeah, you can skip through the part where Ruuts is internet. I guess the YouTube's going to do that for you, right? Or my
yeah, that'll be seamless. That'll just skip.
Yeah.
But he can't skip through the part where I couldn't find the button for 15 minutes.
Absolutely. And Dark Angel says, cheers, 650 to the cause. We appreciate you, Dark Angel.
Thank you, Dark Angel. I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. Put a new insider update up for the patrons today. So everybody definitely go check that out whenever you get time. Join the Discord. That's if you want to stay up to date with what we're doing, especially when we're not on the air over the next 4 to 6 weeks or so. And when I say not on the air, I mean not as much, not as regularly. Probably actually, as we always do, are going to end up doing more content, even though we're not on our regular schedule. That's what always happens, Ruth. We say we're not going to do anything and we do more.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I was bummed out? I was thinking last night, I was like, man, we should have recorded that walkabout mini golf and at minimum put it out for the patrons or something last night. I mean, not everything has to be recorded, but it was a good time.
Yeah, I thought about it. We've just done so much in walkabout. I don't want to saturate it. Could have gave it to the patrons though. You're right. I did record my first hour in Saints and Sinners, and then I decided not to put it on the main channel because of obvious beta jank and me not being able to find the flask. But we might give that one to the patrons. We got a full video that we captured on PC from Quest with full audio, full mic commentary, the whole deal. So we might just give that to the patrons too, because we love them so much.
You know what I'm not going to give to the patrons because I love them so much is the video of me talking to Wes of being stuck in that room because I started recording the PC version and I was like, Dad, how do I get out of here? I flew out. I put on the cheat and flew. It was cool.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, Ruuts.
Oh, me neither.
You got a game genie?
I do. It's for the walkabout mini golf where you put your hand up and you can fly.
Yeah. Beautiful. Anyway, with that said, friends, we'd like to thank you all once again for watching. For Ruuts, I'm Wes. We will see you very soon. Good night. Good morning.
Take it easy.